terrorist attack inspired by Islamic State, allegedly committed by a father and son. There is no evidence to suggest other individuals were involved in this attack. However, we caution that this could change given it is early in our investigation.
Australia's Federal Police Commissioner Chrissy Barrett. Germany's Chancellor upbeat about the prospects for a Ukraine peace deal, and President Trump says there has been good progress at talks aimed at ending the war.
I think we're closer now, and they will tell you that they're closer now. We had numerous conversations with President Putin of Russia, and I think we're closer now than we have been ever.
But territorial concessions by Ukraine remain a difficult issue. A Kremlin spokesman says that Russia wants a comprehensive peace deal and not a temporary truce. Crews deploying sandbags, shoring up an earthen levee south of Seattle. Small section of it failed following a week of heavy rains, and more evacuations have been ordered. Watching Wall Street this morning, stock futures are lower. The Dow futures down 32. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This message is for anyone looking for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance, even if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or taking anxiety meds. Here's an example. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe overweight with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost about $200 a month. We're Term Provider, experts in finding affordable term life insurance for those that may not be in perfect health. If you've had prostate cancer, heart conditions, high cholesterol, or on prescription medications, you may still qualify for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance. Get a quick quote by calling Term Provider at 800-555-2085. 800-555-2085. If you're looking for term life insurance but have type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or have other health issues, call Term Provider at 800-555-2085 or visit termprovider.com. termprovider.com.
More on efforts to end the war in Ukraine. Germany's chancellor does sound optimistic about prospects for a deal.
Friedrich Merz isn't alone in offering relatively upbeat remarks. President Trump suggested he thought the chance of a deal was closer now than ever. There does appear to have been progress on potential security guarantees for Ukraine. Tonight, European leaders outlined plans for a legally binding commitment to help restore peace in Ukraine in the event of a future attack. A European-led multinational force could assist Ukraine in securing its seas and skies. The US would lead on monitoring any ceasefire. But the question of territorial concessions remains unresolved, an issue Ukraine's President Zelensky described as painful.
That's BBC's Jessica Parker. The head of Britain's M16 spy agency, MI6 that is, says President Putin is stalling on efforts to end the war in Ukraine. News and analysis, townhall.com. An expansion of legalized gambling in the Big Apple.
New York City is getting its first 3 Las Vegas-style casinos. The New York Mets' ballpark, a Bronx golf course once operated by President Donald Trump's company, and a slot parlor near John F. Kennedy International Airport will be the sites of New York City's first Las Vegas-style resort casinos. The state's Gaming Commission awarded the 3 projects licenses to operate in the lucrative metropolitan area market. Democratic New York Governor Kathy Hochul has praised the projects, saying they could unlock billions for the state's transit system and create jobs. I'm Haya Panjwani.
Hoping to win back a larger share of the Chinese market, Volkswagen is pouring $3.5 billion into a research and development center in central China. The Chinese market has been changing dramatically in recent months, with electric vehicles now making up roughly half of all new car sales. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on the shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican, whoa.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
What you love. Good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yes, we are almost there.
Smelling it.
Yep.
It was cold this morning, so it feels like it's going to get warm today, but today felt wintry.
It was weird. So it was clear the entire way I was driving here until I got to right about downtown.
Yeah.
So I had to run to the corner store. There's a thick fog like hanging over that part of town.
There's a little fog outside my house this morning.
Was there?
Yeah, down by the hospital.
It's the first time I've ever seen patchy fog the way I've heard patchy fog explain. Like when you hear patchy fog, you're like, oh, there's gonna be fog, a big bank of fog over town.
Right.
No, this was literally like I passed Richardson and the fog was just gone. It was just clear. It was like, wow.
Like tornadoes, like one street gets hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an odd sensation this morning.
But yeah, so it's been a little chilly. Matter of fact, today's my trash day, so I forgot to take trash out last night, so I took it out this morning. And so I have a little walk I got to take it to and then come back. But yeah, I went outside, took the trash out, and as soon as I came back in, my glasses just fogged right up, and I'm like, hey, I can't see.
Yeah, that's like getting out of a car in summertime in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it's the exact.
Yeah, it's usually the opposite. Yeah,
right.
Usually like in Maryland, and you get. I'll never forget. When I was in the military and we were flying back, this is when I was coming back from Germany. And so when we landed stateside, we landed in Dover Air Force Base, Dover, Delaware. And I got out of the plane. We were on a military aircraft. And as soon as I literally walked out of the plane onto the tarmac, I looked out, and all of a sudden my sunglasses just went and I was like, so this was just like that, except for going in the house. That was I think the most humidity ever, because I literally got out the plane and not only did the glasses fog up, but I was like, I can taste it.
I can taste the air. Yep.
I was like, I can taste humidity. I was like, this is different, man. I was like, I'm used to humidity, but this ain't it. I'm not anymore. I have just, after being out here for what, 25 plus years, almost 30 years now. Yeah, I lost my tolerance for humidity.
You acclimate to the dry heat. It just happens.
That's why I'm like, my family, they're all like, hey, come see us. I was like, it's July? No, I'm not.
I'll see you in January.
Yeah, no, no, I'm not going to just take a shower and get out. I'm already sticky, literally walking out of the shower. So.
Well, I was reading a report today that said there is a warm front moving into most of the country over the next week or so.
It's going to be nice here all week.
They said the only places that can expect any semblance of a white Christmas are like Minnesota, Maine, Vermont, like parts of Oregon and Washington State.
Places that see like snow all winter.
And then all of Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of us it's just going to be warm, unseasonably warm.
Well, I know I haven't seen Christmas Day proper yet, but like all of this week and the first part of next week, we're 70s. So.
I think I saw an 80 in there.
Yeah, like Saturday was like 77 yesterday. I haven't looked hard today's, but yeah.
That's just downright hot.
It's December.
That's late spring.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie.
Mid-spring.
I'm not a fan of that. Like I don't need tundra, but it's Christmas, man. You're supposed to have a coat on.
It's just hard to navigate.
Yeah.
Because like now it's funny. I have 3 thicknesses of coats to go to. So I have to kind of gauge it. It's like, well, it's going to be cool, really freezing cold this morning, but then 74 by the afternoon.
And then we have to deal with in here. Because in here, like yesterday, I'm not going to lie, I turned the heat on in this room because I was freezing.
Yeah?
Because I was freezing all day yesterday.
I don't know. I found it quite temperate in here.
I was cold.
It was cold in general.
Yeah,
I mean, outside
I was just
cold.
Like all afternoon, I'm like making my coat. I was just cold. And so today's much better. But I know today's going to be 70-some, so I've already turned the heat off because I already know it's going to feel like 85 in here by noon today. So.
Sitting here next to the boiler. Welcome back to two old men jawing about the weather.
That's right. Well, we had to get a full 5 minutes of Scream at Cloud, and now we're ready to go. So
that's right.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
We'll have your weather coming up here in a minute. I don't know what it is about when you get older. You just start paying more attention to the weather.
It's because you feel it.
Yeah.
The older you get, you start feeling the weather.
It affects your knees.
Yeah,
back.
you start, this sciatic acts up, your knee acts up, get that tinge in your shoulder, whatever it is. Yeah.
So I got to tell you, I went on yesterday to specifically find and watch the we were just talking about it yesterday. The movie that just got put onto HBO Max.
Spinal Tap.
I specifically went to watch Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Before I got there, I was scrolling down on HBO Max, and I got to the top 10.
Yeah.
And I wound up watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Oh. I don't know what it is about me. I'm such a creature of habit, but as I saw it, and I kept going back up to Spinal Tap, and then I went back down to National Lampoon's, and start.
Because I know what happened. In your head, you're going, I pledge allegiance to the flag. All the lines from the movie start going in your head,
Yeah, I don't, there's something about, and I haven't really tapped into any nostalgic, holiday movies yet. That was the first one.
Yeah.
Something just felt like I had to do it.
Yeah.
I had to. And yes, you're absolutely right. It was
all the lines
every single line. Although what was funny though, I start looking at things now in movies, in older movies, especially through now sensibilities. And the scene where Clark and Eddie are walking through the Walmart and he's piling the bags of dog food.
Yeah.
Those gigantic bags of Purina dog chow were $9.96.
That's amazing.
And then he put a even bigger bag of Gravy Train on top of that, and that was like $5.30 something.
Good times, huh?
I'm like, oh, that would have been.
Even dogs were eating like kings, huh? $10 for a 50-pound bag of food.
Also, snot. And the real irony of that scene too, and I never picked up on it until I was older, and I've noticed it now. Is he's piling all this dog food on for Snot whilst also pleading his case about getting a Christmas gift for his two children.
Right.
It's like, dude.
Well, nowadays, that would have been like $300 worth of dog food.
It really would. Adjusted for inflation, that's $3,487 worth of Purina dog chow.
Right. Oh, yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
But you know what? I weirdly like the movie Fred Claus. That's like one of my, I don't know why I do.
Full disclosure, I've never seen it fully. Thanks to shorts, I've seen lots of it, but
I just enjoy that. I don't know why. It's just one of those movies I like sit down and watching. Every time it usually draws me in. I don't know why. Sure, Elf and all these are probably funnier movies, but now pull back the curtain. I'm also a mark for Vince Vaughn comedies.
That's fair.
Like all the Starsky and Hutch, old school, all those, yeah.
Some of Vince Vaughn's comedy hits, he's real hit or miss for me, though.
I don't know. I'm weirdly like him. I even like that show on Apple Plus. Was it Bad Monkey or whatever it's called? That was a great show. I love Vince Vaughn in that show. And that's not really a comedy.
He's not like, an awful comic by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, I think his want and need to be taken seriously has kind of usurped the comedic sensibility.
He's a one-trick pony, but it's a good trick.
It is a good trick.
That's the one. Like, he always plays the same character in that kind of smart eye. Well, I wouldn't do that way. You know what I mean? He's just always like the Wedding Crashers. He's that character in every movie, pretty much.
And it is a good trick.
But
I'll give you that.
Have
you ever seen what was that one? It was just Christmas with the Cranks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that another one that?
That's one with Affleck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be something that would be on your.
It's
list.
all right. I don't like it like Fred Claus. Like, I wouldn't watch it. Like, if it's on, there's enough. You know what other one I do like that's in that same vein is the Three Christmases one. Again, another Vince Vaughn movie. The one with it's got Vince Vaughn. It's got Robert Duvall. It's got where he.
I know the one you're talking
what's her
about.
Name?
Yeah.
What's her name? Is not Heather Graham?
I'm gonna pull up the cast here.
What is her name? Not Heather Graham. I always get these two confused. She's on The one from Sweet Home Alabama. What's her name?
Oh, it's Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon.
She's
there. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to find the actual movie. Yeah, 3 Days of Christmas. That's
I think it's 3 Christmases or something.
Yeah. Hang on, Vince Vaughn.
That one I like. What's
4 Christmases?
4 Christmases.
Yeah,
I was off of Christmas.
You were off by a Christmas. What's that one movie? 2 weddings and a funeral, or sitting Shiva.
You know, the 12 Commandments. I love that one.
I bring to you these 15 10 commandments.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Reese Witherspoon, Vince Vaughn, Mary Steenburgen's in it.
That's right. There's a bunch of famous people
John
in it.
Voight, Jon Favreau. Favreau's another. When Favreau and Vince Vaughn work together, those are the ones that I'm like, we'll see. It's both of them want to be too like gnarly and too like, you know.
Well, Favreau plays his brother in this.
Okay.
Which he plays his brother in a lot of movies.
He plays a brother in a lot.
And a lot of them are Vince Vaughn's brother. Because there's the one where he has the Vince Vaughn movie where he donates his to the bank and ends up with 57 kids, whatever that movie's called.
Wasn't
that's Favreau's his brother in that one?
Wasn't he the brother in The Chef?
Yes.
That Chef movie?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of that. I can't remember. Oh, anyway, it's too early in the morning.
It's
I got to get the show going.
But
I got down on Vince Vaughn rant, and I don't want to.
That being said, it's.
I just realized I like Vince Vaughn way more than I was like.
Yeah, you do kind of have a thing.
I see a lot of Vince Vaughn movies.
I think for Double V.
Yeah.
Elf, though, to me is one of those it's a holiday classic.
Yeah.
But it's maybe the newest movie that I feel like can be considered a holiday classic.
Sure.
And it's odd to me to have a movie that's considered like, you know, a Wizard of Oz status or like It's a Wonderful Life, to have all of these comedic actors of my generation and of today being in it.
Yeah.
It's surreal to me. You know, it's like this movie didn't know. It's kind of like when they were writing Hotel California. Do you think they knew it was going to be Hotel California?
Right.
It's like when you're writing a movie like Elf, do you sit there and think this is going to be a holiday classic? And the other question is, do you think that's the same thing that went through The Rock's head when he's sitting there doing Red One?
Right. Well, I can tell you this, because I interviewed Scott Farkas.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked him this very question about A Christmas Story. He's like, no, we ain't knowing anything about nothing. We're just, we're just getting paid. You know?
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine from the kid's perspective, for sure, it was more just a job.
Yeah.
But then, like, for example, I watched a thing about It's a Wonderful Life, and the girl that plays Zuzu, she didn't see the movie for the first time until she was 40 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, because it wasn't, the story of it goes, it wasn't really like a holiday classic back in the day. It was a flop. And they ran it a couple of times, and then they vaulted it. Then they didn't renew the copyright. And so everybody scooped it up and showed it like 6 times a day during the holidays, and it became a holiday classic.
Ted Turner?
Kind of RKO.
RKO.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the original studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so it wasn't around when Zuzu was like, you know, for her formative years, and she didn't really sit down to watch it until she was 40 years old. That blew my mind when I found that out.
By the way, and then we got to get the show going. I have seen one Christmas movie this Christmas season. It's weirdly enough the Christmas Story sequel that came out like 2 years ago.
Oh, 2?
Yeah.
Or the one that just recently came out.
It came out like last year, before. Yeah, that one. I watched it over the weekend. It was on. It was on, and Kim stopped and we watched it.
I don't think I've watched that one yet. I might have to check
that out. It's not bad.
Because they've done other Christmas stories.
It's kind of basically
this is the direct follow up.
Yeah, this is the one. It's basically the cast, most of them, except for the ones that are no longer with us.
Right.
But this is set. It's almost like a Christmas Story, but now Ralphie's the dad, and it's kind of there in the memory of that, but it's back home, and this is in the 80s now, where because it would be like when his kids. So this would have been like 80s time frame.
Okay.
Because based on, what was it, 60s, I guess, for the original.
I do have a soft spot for movies from now that take a look at the life in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because I have an actual place to compare it to.
Sure.
Like growing up watching stuff from like, you know, we're paying homage to the 50s. I didn't know. Sure, okay, I guess that's what it was like.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I was there.
Although I bet a lot of people are watching Stand By Me now again because of Rob Reiner passing and all that crazy stuff.
Man, dude, I saw a meme that got me. It was just it just showed Carrie Elway's and Rob Reiner's director's chairs on the set of Princess Bride.
Yeah.
And it just said, it was just Carrie Elway's post and it said no words. It just got me, man.
You forget how many things Rob Reiner was involved with. I mean,
yeah, he was super prolific.
Yeah, I mean, and everything from romantic comedies. I mean, like the Harry Met Sally's and all
Wolf
that.
of Wall Street.
Yeah.
That was brought to my attention.
Oh, yeah, he was in that as an actor.
I completely forgot that he was in that. Yeah.
DiCaprio's dad in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But just...
well, put it this way. Only psychopaths watch that movie over and over again.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street. Like, most people watch it once, and they're good. People that are like actual Wall Street cutthroat,
tech bros,
they're watching that every day. The rest of us are like, that's too much, man. There's a whole lot of debauchery in that movie.
That's the thing. If you're in a certain like place in a business, you have a movie. Like if you're in sales, it's Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh yeah.
If you're in the tech industry or in stocks, you watch Wolf of Wall Street like it's knowledge.
That's right. So, coffee's for closers. All right, let me give you the rundown. We got to get going here. We're going to replay our interview with Sheriff Mike Carrington. Joined us on Friday, talking about the holidays and safety tips. We're going to play that for you here in mere moments. In the 8 o'clock hour, I have the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office join us. Katie and Tamara give us an update what they've got going on here and getting into the new year. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to replay our interview we had last Thursday with Dan and Alan from the Roswell Community Little Theater. They've got their... one more weekend of their big play with their Christmas play. That is, of course, they just had their last weekend. Then they're going to have this Friday, Saturday. Actually, that was only a one weekend deal, wasn't it? Never mind. We're going to play something else. I just realized that. I was thinking that was a 2 weekend event. That was this weekend only. So I'm not going to. I was like, no, we'll give them another weekend. So I'm going to play something else there. I'll figure it out. I'll get with Jocelyn now. And it just dawned on me that was a one weekend thing. My bad. All right. It is 7:22. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for a while. High pressure is in place over the southwestern states and covering our area. Mid-70s on the afternoon high today. We should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 30s and clear, and then about 70 for the high on Wednesday. Fairly light wind and plenty of sun. We're at around 70 again on Thursday and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 27 degrees. Freezing fog out there this morning in some parts. Humidity is at 96%. Winds are calm at the moment. It is cold now, but it will warm up. We are expected to hit the 73 for a high today. Partly cloudy early this morning, then gradually becoming full-on sunny. 73 for a high with winds out of the northwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, clear skies, overnight low of 31. North winds at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny, 70 for a high. South winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, clear, overnight low of 39 degrees. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, once again, sunny, 70 for a high. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, sunny and 76. Saturday, sunny and 80 now. Sunny and 74 on Sunday. Monday next week, 74 as well, too. So, yeah, definitely a warm week and warmer, it seems like, as we get closer to the weekend here. All right. It is, let me get back here to this screen, 24 minutes after 7. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to play our interview with Sheriff Mike Harrington. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Happy Honda Days are here. A great new ride and just in time for the best deal of the year. Get 4.99% APR for 60 months on 2025 Honda Pilot EXL. 3.99% for 60 months on 2026 CR-V Sport Hybrid. Or 2.99% for 60 months on 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid EXL. Plus, own a 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid Sport Hatchback in as little as 48 months at 4.49%. Happy Honda Days on now at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Hi, can I help you?
I'm here to make hot
your home.
You're not Fergie's.
I have right tools for a job.
Well, you may have the proper tools, but do you know how to use them?
I learn on Croatian YouTube.
Oh no, baby. Just because they have the equipment don't mean they can get the job done. Let Fergie's work their mojo on your heating and AC unit. 622-2660.
Fergalicious. Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,555 head of cattle sold on Monday on a steady to higher market with excellent buyer attendance. Compared to last week, stocker calves sold steady to 25 higher. Feeder cattle 5 to 15 higher. Packer cows and bulls sold steady 3 to 400 pound steers 520, 560. 3 to 400 pound heifers 480, 520. 4 to 500 pound steers 485, 520. 4 to 500 pound heifers 410, 480. 5 to 600 pound steers 414, 485. 5 to 600 pound heifers 360, 410. 6 700 pound steers 352, 414. 6 700 pound heifers 343, 360. 7 800 pound steers 302, 352. 7 800 pound heifers 320, 343. Packer cows 160, 172. Canner and cutter cows 146, 154. Packer bulls 180, 190. Feeder bulls 168, 175. The cow-calf pairs not well tested this week. And the top half, the bred cows and bred heifers, $3,500, $3,800 per head. The next sale at RLA will be January the 5th, 2026. We appreciate the business. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Playing dance music can help ward off mosquitoes. Now you have a reason to invite Pitbull to your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
Studio this morning, Chaves County Sheriff Mike Harrington back with us. Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Appreciate the visits. And I know, like Sean and I were talking, it's just been kind of crazy. It seems like the last couple weeks here.
It really has.
I mean, it's the holiday season, which is always an uptick of crimes. Usually you see more of the property crime type stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been the whole gamut, it seems like, here the last couple of weeks.
And car crashes and things like that are up. More people are out and about, and lots of a variety of things happening. You know.
Yeah.
And as we get closer to Christmas, we're going to have more people on the highways, and now you have the construction out on 380 East going towards Tatum.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they're going to eventually make that four-way, or 4 lanes. That'll be nice.
Yeah, and right now passing lanes is even important.
Well, I remember I was just going to Lubbock, was it last week or the week before,
Yes.
and there was a spot where they actually were down to 1 lane.
Yes.
And they were shutting us down, and they had to have guided traffic through there. And so there's delays and things like that. And I don't know where they're at today on that. But
so it's the same.
Yeah.
So they're doing the same thing, and you're looking at a lot of that's going to take until probably the later part of next year to finish.
Okay.
So it's
but it'll be so good when it's done.
Oh yeah, when
this
it's
is
done,
long overdue.
A lot of lives could have been saved.
Yeah,
if it
long
would have been
overdue.
Done. Yeah, it would have been done earlier, but we'll save some lives by doing that, and that's been a battle for not only Chaves County but Lee County, trying to get that done, and I'm glad to see that they're moving on that.
Yeah, this is something that Southeast New Mexico has needed for a long time. That particular stretch there, and it's going to be good. But I imagine that's going to make a lot less work for you and EMS folks when they have to go hit those calls.
And you would think, with that being the money train coming from Ruidoso to Texas, that would have been a
priority. A bigger priority.
A priority right away, because it really is. It's a lot of people every Friday. You better get on the road early if you're going to go out of town, go to Lubbock or somewhere like that, because the traffic coming toward you is crazy. And then Sundays are the same way, but it's that car passing somebody that you got to be very concerned about, especially when you see.
And there's a lot of tractor trailers and stuff on that.
Trailers out there, and
I think once we go 4 lane here, like I would say that the biggest change you'll notice is going to be similar to the one when they put the 4 lanes between here and Ruidoso.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You know how many? Because every year someone's dying up there in those mountains.
Yes.
When it was just a 2-lane highway.
I agree.
And since it's been 4-lane, I'm not saying nothing ever happens, but
a lot better.
Those numbers have been way down since then. And I'm going to take a stab that this stretch between here and Texas will Tatum for sure, at least, will definitely save a lot of lives.
Yes, so. and you know, a car malfunctioning or a driver falling asleep or something on these 4 lanes, it's usually the one vehicle rollovers or something like that where a head-on collision is catastrophe.
Absolutely.
Serious.
And especially as you get the parts closer to Roswell, it's pretty hilly up there. So, so there's a lot of times people trying to pass and misjudge that and everything else too.
And the sun, the mirage.
Yeah, if you hit it the right time of day,
you can't see because it just looks clear forever, and all of a sudden now that mirage comes.
Yeah, well, and I can tell you if you're driving back to Roswell at like 4:00 in the afternoon right now, it's blinding coming in. Yeah,
and then same going the other way.
Yeah, exactly. If you're heading out in the morning,
in the morning. So that's why I tell her, and that's why we try to leave, around 12 or 1, because now you're missing a lot.
Unfortunately, I had a doctor's appointment there, and it was right. I had to leave it. I had to go see it coming in and going coming back.
So yeah, that's a serious thing, and but with the holidays coming up, we're just telling everybody, just slow is getting you there. That's important. Fast gets you a ticket as well as possibly somebody.
Patience will be your friend. Yeah. If you're slower traffic, just go with the flow. Yeah. You'd rather get there because the people that get impatient, the people that try to weave in and out, they end up. That's when the accidents happen. That's when the misjudgment. Certainly, obviously, get off your phones. Don't be texting. Don't be. You know what? And I would say the same true for cars. I mean, if you're cars nowadays, they got a whole computer sitting on front of you with nav units to song picking to everything else, and that's just as big as a distraction as your phone is.
Oh yeah.
And so be mindful that if you have a passenger, let them be your disc jockey, let them be your climate control guy, whatever, and you focus on the road.
You just tell them don't touch that climate control thing. That's what I say. Don't touch that. Leave that alone.
I know they say the drivers it's to pick the music. But,
well, you can play the music.
Yeah.
Just don't turn on that heater, man, because then all of a sudden you look over and they'll be the drivers. That's how I am. I'm like, don't do that. I got to have that air on.
There's so many bells and whistles in a car nowadays. It's almost a distraction problem.
It really is.
It is. So be mindful of that stuff. Now, obviously, with the holidays, they're going to be looking for drinking and driving. There will be checkpoints. They know that you see the checkpoint. I meant to go back. I forgot something. Let me turn around and go back. They're wise into all that stuff.
So, and one of the things talking about that is, I'm the chairman of the DWI committee. So we have a deputy who is paid for the majority of his salary, not all of it, but the majority is paid for by the DWI.
Okay. So most of his day-to-day duties deal in that side of things.
DWI.
Yeah, DWI stuff.
And so he also does other duties, but we just sent him to a DRE school, which is a drug recognition expert.
Okay. So this will, like with marijuana and some of the things that are illegal now, they can get better indicators of finding out who's impaired or not.
So he actually went to San Francisco and was in their jail seeing some of the crazy stuff, because we always know California is ahead of us in everything. So whatever is happening there, it's going to soon be to us.
They got a bigger sample of the after effects of it, yeah.
So he went over there and he was able to do his evaluation, and this is a test that not many people pass to become a DRE. So he went over there and he passed it. He's back now, and let me tell you, he is getting DWI arrests,
nice.
Which is one of the things that, people think, well, if you're getting more DWI arrests, that means that drinking and driving is up. Well, that's not true. It just means that there's more of an enforcement action going on, and we're catching those who are doing it.
Sure.
It doesn't mean any different, because the person you catch on a drunk driving charge, this isn't the first time they drove drunk,
right,
or under the influence of something, right? So that's what we tell everybody. It's like speeding. You know, you may speed 1,000,000 times, but it's that one time that makes the news.
And then also there is and I would even argue that since the legalization of marijuana, that changes the game a bit, because there's different indicators for impairment. There's different tests that will, like, you can't, like, a field sobriety test isn't very effective on someone on marijuana unless they're just out of their mind stoned. You know?
Yeah, they're different but parts of them are affected.
And you can't give a breathalyzer or anything like that, because if it's in their system, it's in their system for a while, and it's not illegal.
Yeah, that's right.
You just so now that there's better indicators on how to detect that, the numbers are going to go up, because now, and let's face it, now that it's legal, more people are doing it now, because there's probably a lot of people that I haven't touched weed in years, but now it's like, oh, see, it's this, okay, now they're liking going it. And it's like drinking beer. It's legal, but again, you got to do it the right way. And unfortunately, the tests for alcohol don't apply to the tests for marijuana. And so, and this is why him learning the difference and learning to spot that, which I'm going to assure that, and that stuff matriculates down to your deputies. And so they can put it out in the field. And so when they see someone that seems to be appearing normal, but it's like this, I feel like they're high. You have the indicators, whatever those are, right? You know,
So we have a DRE now. State Police has a DRE, and I'm telling you, it's made a big difference in the number of arrests. We have upped the number of arrests, and as well as the conviction rate, because now you have a guy who can go in there and say, yes, this is what we did, this is how we determined it, and it's really amazing. But it's not a job that just anybody can do.
Sure, sounds like it's specialized skills,
it really is. And it's
training.
It's tough training, and to do it is I'm impressed by Chaves County Sheriff's Office having a DRE now, and he's taking this on, and he is doing such a great job.
And this is something I think I don't think people realize so much when we talk about legalizing something like cannabis, and we all see the dollar opportunities, and all that's absolutely true. But you don't realize the money spent, the training that involved in changing over to having the ability to accommodate this now. And because just of gee whiz, for instance, a lot of dogs that are trained, they're trained to pick up marijuana. Well, guess what? They're pretty much useless now. You know, you can have them there. And it's very expensive to train those. And so, like, when you guys start getting dogs, you saw that writing on the wall. And so your dogs were kind of never trained to pick up on marijuana anyway. They now the fentanyls and all the various other stuff, game on with that. But weed, they're not trained to hone in on that.
So and that you talk about that, and a person sees that marijuana has now been legalized in a sense, that will draw those who have never even thought about it because it was illegal to now try it.
Absolutely.
And it's just like drinking.
This is more people on the road impaired.
More people on the road impaired. Yeah. And then you have the gummies, and you have these other things, and you can't tell ever how much is in each dose. You may eat 1, 2, I don't know how many people eat, but if you eat them, and
that
one
depends,
could
like
be different.
And it's just like alcohol affecting someone. If you did it empty, or if it's your first time doing it, you're going to see a bigger result than someone that does it on the regular basis. They, just like alcohol, they build a tolerance. It's no different in this world here too.
Exactly.
And like you said, the way it's administered, so I know if you eat it, it affects you differently than if you smoked it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you don't know the difference there, that's
and that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So I got the undersheriff right now is doing policy change. We're not doing change. New Mexico counties, the Association of Counties, has now come together, and we're trying to make policies all the same for law enforcement agencies across the state.
Like a standardized
policies. And the reason for that is because it's hard whenever you go into court and you have different agencies who have different policies, and they're asking, well, why did you do this, or why didn't you do this, and things are different. So right now, the New Mexico counties is paying for all this change,
like a standardization of the policies. Yeah. So basically, it's kind of like, okay, well, the official textbook says this. That's universal here. Why don't you do it that way? Now there's a standardization. Whereas, like, well, in this county they do it this way, but this county they do it this way, and that's why. And I used to be in this county, and I imagine that kind of messes up cross training too. Say you pick up a guy from another part of the state.
Yeah.
Now you got to retrain him in how you guys do it versus, and now this kind of at least takes that out of the equation. And
so I have the undersheriff is doing that right now, and let me tell you, that is a time-consuming thing.
I would imagine, and I don't know nothing about this, but just generally speaking, is there drastic differences in those things, or is this tweaking?
It's tweaking it, but there are some changes. And now through New Mexico Counties Association, what they will do is every year after the legislative session in January, they will send an update to change those types of policies. And the reason is, and you know this, here in New Mexico, the craziest things come out. We have changes every year, and the problem with that is in January it comes out. In June is whenever it's finally disseminated to most people so that they can change their own policies. Now, as soon as the January is done, they will get that out there, and it's kind of like a blanket where, hey, this is the policies, this is now the things to add to your deal. So we're working on that, and so we got a lot of that going on, but it's a busy time for us because we're trying to get all that done before the beginning of the new year.
Sure.
But also right now we have lots of things going on, with we just had Youth Challenge. We were out there. I had my deputies out there. We were doing some stuff with them, and October, November, December is just busy for us doing community stuff.
Of course, you're on Santa detail over the weekend too, with Santa coming into town from Main Street and the light up and all that stuff, the parade and all that.
We did that, got the parade done. Now we're going to be out just enforcing highways, streets, basically trying to make it safer for people.
Sure. I imagine you have guys going through the parking lots between yourself and RPD.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of driving patrol cars through the major parking lots this time of year, kind of deterring the lock checkers and the pocket pickers and so forth and so on here.
Don't bring a basket full of goodies out to your car and then go into another place, leaving all your goodies in a car, because it's going to draw people's attention.
Absolutely.
They gotta take
and certainly if you do have gifts and things in your vehicle, don't put them in plain sight. Either put them in the trunk if your SUV is an SUV and you can look in and put a blanket, put something. I know a lot of SUVs nowadays have like a little shade cover you can kind of pull over the back to keep people from looking down in there and all that.
Blanket over.
Yeah, utilize all those tools. Just keep it.
Well, I can tell you, because a windshield or a back window or side window will probably cost more than the gift you had in the car.
Yeah.
And they will break your windows to get into your car and steal something that's...
And to be honest, I wouldn't even leave like the cup full of change sitting on the thing.
No more.
That's enough to say, there could be a couple dollars there.
There's people who will stand out here on the side of the road for all day, every day for that change.
Yeah. So leave,
don't do it.
just leave nothing out that looks tempting. And
I agree.
And obviously lock the doors. Don't and for I know this is a bigger problem in other parts like Albuquerque, but please don't warm up the car and then leave the car unlocked and do that. That's exactly just right. You're just basically putting a big arrow on your car saying, "Please take me."
And during the winter, they call those smokers.
Yeah.
So you can see the exhaust coming from the car, so you know which cars are sitting.
Oh yeah, it's a dead giveaway.
It's a dead giveaway. Yeah. They know which cars have been started to be heated up, and they will take it as far as they can. And some cars, they have the little
like a lot of them you can do remote starts and all that.
You can do remote starts and things like that. They can't really get away in your car, but I don't put nothing past these people. And if they know how to do certain things, they can probably disable.
For every mousetrap, there's always someone making a way to get out of it.
Exactly right,
it's just the way it is.
So we've got a lot of stuff going on, and we are just very busy, and like I said, we just want this to be a very very good, safe holiday.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing better than having your family come in to be with you on Jesus' birthday, you know, and be here for Christmas and share that joy. What we don't want is you to be going to.
Unfortunately, when family get together, unfortunately, it's an uptick in domestic violence calls and things like that.
You're not kidding.
And so because the booze is flowing, the marijuana is flowing in some cases,
we see it a lot.
By the end of the evening, things get rowdy, and
we're glad you came, but get out.
Yeah,
That's how it was.
And so de-escalate. Just try to keep things, like Thanksgiving. Don't remind the politically charged world.
Oh yeah,
Christmas is not the time to hash out politics and everything with the cousin or uncle you ain't seen in a while.
Yeah,
let's just lay off that. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. And it could just be a thing from the past, just brought up again. That's just something that we see more than something that happened a long time ago. They're arguing over that and fighting over that. And you're like, what are you doing? But you're
talking about a bicycle from 20 years ago. Yeah,
yeah. But that's kind of how things go. But right now we are doing great. We're working great with the other agencies. Everybody is on the same page. I think our Roswell Police Department, Chaves County Sheriff Department, we're both in a position right now where we are undermanned.
I was about to say, I wanted to kind of touch on staffing right now. I'm sure you're always taking applications and looking for, and I think you got a class leaving here about the first of the year, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah. So we got some guys leaving for that, and we're always looking for others.
So if they sign up today, would they still try for that class, or are they going to have to wait for the next one?
They'll probably wait for the next one because the process is so long where they're going to have to go do the.
Yeah, when you with a career with the Chaves County Sheriff's Office. Yeah, the vetting process they'll go through and make sure the physical standards are met, the psychological, so forth and so on. But once all that's met, they want to teach you and kind of get you the basics. So by the time you get to the academy, you're very well versed on what you're going through, what to expect, the lingo,
no surprises.
You learn the ways of law enforcement, and so. So there'll be a class leave in January. That's about every 6 months. I think it is.
They'll do it in January, then they'll do it again right around June or July.
Yeah.
So June will more than likely be the next where we take them up, see if they can pass the test.
Yeah.
And then in July they'll start.
So if you really start that process now, you've really got 6 good months to get you ready. And of course you can, and I highly recommend if you're interested and sign up for ride-alongs, get a chance to get some seat time with the day-to-day of being a law enforcement officer. And if that still draws you in, then let's do this. And
there's no better job other than maybe being a radio guy. But really there's no better job than this. Going out and serving the people and serving the community is unbelievable.
And I can see if you like talking to people, if you love working with people, if you have patience is if you have a joy of talking with people and patience, that's 90% of the job right there. Because 90% of what you're doing is de-escalating things, and 90% of that is just being an ear to bend.
Yep.
And that's 90% of the job there is being the calming voice in a room.
That's it.
And if you can do that well, then you're probably going to have an outstanding career as a law enforcement officer.
Absolutely. And if you've lived life, I'm telling you, you will make the best police officer there is, because empathy, having actually gone through things and being a part of the world, you're going to make a good police officer.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you, there's no better job. Like I said, you can come out here, you can make a difference every day, and in the same time get paid for it.
Absolutely.
So it's amazing.
And there's really a lot of growth opportunities, and then once you get in, then you can find niches, and you're like, I really love working with canines, or I really love doing SWAT, I really love doing detective work, whatever that is, you can pursue that path in law. I really want to be sheriff someday. All right.
So that and I'm telling you, there's no better job than that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like I said, it's a hard job. We ain't no one's gonna butter you up and say this is sunshine and rainbows.
I'll tell you, you get kicked in the in the stuff every day.
Well, it's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and that's what it is. As you revel in the highs, and you try to deal with the lows as best you can.
That's exactly
and that's kind of what it is. But to be honest, the days that you have a success out there, that officer is able to save your life or to bring resolution to your situation, that's the victory. And then that officer takes that home and saying, today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
That person got to get up and wake up tomorrow.
That's right.
Or that person now is not dealing with something they were dealing with. And I was able to help that officer's thing, and that was a success. Now, granted, that's before they did all the paperwork after. Like, but the moment up to it.
the paperwork side. But no. So, like I said, we appreciate everybody right now, and like I said, we are so blessed to live here in the southeastern part of New Mexico.
Yeah.
As police officers, we still have a community that supports us, really loves us. You know, they come out, they'll do anything for you, and as you've seen during disasters that have affected our counties or in our community, the people of this community are so good, and they come out, and it is better than it was when we're done.
Yeah.
So it's always good. So we're just blessed here.
And we and of course, you know, this is something I know that you and RPD as well too. You guys really, you know, talk with your officers and saying, hey, you know, be a part of these communities, be in the event, show up and be human beings while you're out there to show that side.
Yes.
And that's since day one of you taking office, that's been kind of, you know, one of your tentpole things is to make sure your officers are in and about in the community. And if there's a big party or quinceanera going on, there's going to be a deputy nearby to making sure everyone's doing okay.
Exactly. And we're going to check you out. Well, one thing is, like I said, I was telling you, the county and the city are down law enforcement, but the city just got a very big raise for the police officers.
Okay, good for them.
So that's going to, it's very good for them.
Yeah.
And, now they're competitive.
That could help, you know, alleviate the problem here a little bit.
And so us with the Travis County Sheriff's Office, we're looking to try to get the same thing done. You know, I've gone to the county manager, and we've gone to talk to a couple of commissioners, and we're going to have to get it to do the same thing.
Well, I know
we're running about $8 or $9 behind all the surrounding counties, and
I know our commission they're pretty conservative with money, and but you know they know when to spend when they need to spend, and
and that's the thing. We are a county that is debt free, and one thing that they know is how to manage money, but they also know we have to have a safe community, and I think things are going to go well. It's just a matter of getting everything in line.
Sure.
But,
and
hope we don't lose anybody else to the.
And counties. Law enforcement's like computers. Like the technology, the training, everything. About the time you get the stuff in place, it's outdated and ready for the next thing.
Yes,
you know, and that's kind of what you guys are. It's like medical or technology, any technology based product here.
And the benefits for the county are unbelievable. They, you know, right now for my family, I pay about $175 a month for my entire family.
That's
medical.
pretty good.
You can't beat that anywhere, you know. So.
And the older we get, the more you're going to need those.
Oh yes, I tell you that right now. I know that because
I'm getting a little too friendly with my doctors lately.
In my mind, I'm 18, but as soon as the fight begins, I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm about 90. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But it really is important to recognize Travis County. They do good things for us, and in the end, I think that they'll increase the pay, and we'll get back up to our manning. But the other thing I want to do is commend my deputies for staying here, knowing that other counties are making more money.
Sure, the grass is greener mindset. Yeah.
They are staying here. They want to serve Travis County. They want to serve the people of this community.
Well, and for some of these folks, this is their home. You know, they grew born and raised Travis County. This is their neighborhood. This is my house. This is where we're doing.
My house, and this is what I say. It's not always about the money, but right now, you have to have money to live.
Well, loyalty is one thing, but you got to feed your family, and that's priority. And but please go to the county's website. You can start the process there. And of course, if you have questions, don't hesitate to call the sheriff's office or go on the Facebook page and ask a question there. They'll be happy to. Certainly, if you see a sheriff's deputy, obviously not in the middle of a call or anything, but if they're out just kind of hanging out or keeping things, and you want to ask them about career as a law enforcement officer, they'll be happy to share their experiences with you. So.
Come see me.
Yeah. Well,
Sheriff,
as always, Merry Christmas. Thank you for everything we do. I think we'll probably see you again. Probably in between Christmas. I think.
Yeah, I think before New Year's.
Yeah, I think in that weekend betwing there is what we're thinking. We'll see you again next. So
trying to get in there somewhere before that because it's New Year's is going to be crazy.
Well, it's always, it's just be smart. Just have plans.
Don't shoot your guns.
Have fun and party, but have plans. Have safe travels. Yeah, certainly. Don't buy what comes up comes down.
Yes,
that's just science, folks.
Shooting your gun in the air, the bullet's coming down somewhere. And
yes, I know we live in a whole lot of nowhere, but that are we going to play Russian roulette with that? And you want to do that, right. that because it's all good until it isn't, that's what happens. And so and you'd be like, oh, I didn't know, and you didn't know, but this person doesn't get to walk back that you didn't know.
That is exactly right.
So don't do it. It's just there's too many other ways to celebrate and everyone wake up the next morning.
That's
just
exactly
let's
right.
do that.
Go in there and have fun, dance, play, and do whatever. But it's
well, thank you and
so
and
much.
Everyone at the deputy's office. Thank you for what they do for our community and yourself, Charles, and all of the deputies and the support. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of them and you guys, and stay safe and. And we look forward. Well, like I said, we'll see you here right before New Year's, but we look forward to a bigger, better, prosperous 2026.
Absolutely.
So,
Merry Christmas to everybody, and have a good day.
Awesome.
Now for a Pecos Valley News update. Police are looking for a man charged with shooting at a house from a vehicle, while 2 other suspects with the same charges are already in custody at the Chavez County Detention Center. That according to a Roswell Police Department news release. Angelo Trujillo, 18, was arrested. Elisha Gonzalez turned himself in on Sunday, December 14th, to an employee of the Chavez County Sheriff's Department. A warrant is out for the arrest of Humberto Velarde. Police are investigating a double homicide in Clovis that happened on Monday morning. Police arrived at 19-year-old Darren Munoz, said his parents were also home. 2 people were found by officers in bed. Dina Munoz, 71, and 58-year-old Oscar Munoz. Police said both had apparent head injuries. 18-year-old Julio Zamora and Munoz were identified as suspects. Munoz is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and criminal solicitation. Zamora faces related murder and conspiracy charges. Now you're up to date. I'm Sandy Connor.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone at the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. As we move into the new year, there are great deals and sales in the store, including Christmas and holiday fabrics. And be sure to get your machine ready for the new year. Have you been naughty or nice? How about Santa brings you a new Brother sewing machine straight from the North Pole? The Calico Cow is your authorized handy quilter long-arm dealer. Log on to RoswellQuilting.com. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come cozy up to the cow.
Whether you're a homeowner, a landscaper, or a contractor, we all have reasons to dig. If you're planning to dig, this is just a friendly reminder that locating underground utilities is important. It's actually the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig. New Mexico Gas Company is one of the utilities that will come out free of charge to mark our underground lines up to the meter, so you'll know what's below. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and our priority is keeping you safe. That's why we're here. Learn more at nmgco.com.
On air and online, this is Roswell's home for talk radio, KEND Roswell.
And good morning. We're closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. Stay tuned next hour, about 8:15 or so. We'll have the folks from the Chavez County Extension Office join us, give us an update there. We'll have Pastor Jim Ridgway with the gig in the 9 o'clock hour as well. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Good morning.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. The United States gained better than expected 64,000 jobs last month, but the Labor Department says 105,000 positions were lost in October as federal workers left, a result of cutbacks by the Trump administration. The president's construction of a $300 million privately funded White House ballroom will go to federal court later today.
Today's hearing comes after the National Trust for Historic Preservation filed a lawsuit last week accusing the Trump administration of illegally tearing down the White House East Wing. The group is seeking a temporary restraining order to halt construction while its case proceeds, arguing that the project has already caused irreversible damage. In a court filing, the administration said the project was lawful and that it must continue for unexplained national security reasons. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Australia's federal police commissioner says a mass shooting in which 15 people were killed during a Hanukkah celebration in Sydney was a terrorist attack inspired by Islamic State. 4 people under arrest for allegedly plotting New Year's Eve attacks in Southern California.
The subject arrested envisioned planting backpacks with improvised explosive devices to be detonated at multiple locations in Southern California, targeting U.S. companies. These bombs were to blow up at the same time on midnight this New Year's Eve.
The FBI's Akil Davis says the suspects belong to an extremist, anti-capitalist, anti-government group. 3 more suspected drug-running boats have been blown out of the water by the U.S. military in the Eastern Pacific. 8 alleged narco-terrorists were killed. President Trump says the ongoing operation has stopped a lot of poison from reaching the U.S. Watching Wall Street this hour, the Dow is down 18 points, while the NASDAQ 19 points higher, the S&P 6 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
The British spy chief has issued a stern warning about Russia.
The warnings from Blaise Metroelli come as negotiations intensify to try to end the Ukraine war.
Alongside the grinding war, Russia is testing us in the grey zone with tactics that are just below the threshold of war.
This was Metroelli's first public speech since becoming chief of Britain's Foreign Intelligence Agency 2 months ago.
We are now operating in a space between peace and war.
Metroelli says the line is getting closer.
We all continue to face the menace of an aggressive, expansionist and revisionist Russia seeking to subjugate Ukraine and harass NATO.
I'm Ed Donahue.
President Trump is taking another broadcaster to court over edited content that he calls fake news. He's filed a $10 billion lawsuit against Britain's public broadcaster, the BBC. The president has reached recent settlements with ABC and CBS in similar litigation. News and analysis, townhall.com. The Food and Drug Administration is not pleased with 4 big retailers suggesting that they put the health of America's infants at risk.
The FDA sending letters posted Monday to leaders at Walmart, Target, Kroger, and Albertsons, saying the companies continue to sell ByHeart infant formula for several days or even weeks, despite a November 11th recall of all products. That formula is linked to an outbreak of infant botulism that has sickened more than 50 babies in 19 states. All of the children have been hospitalized and treated for the illness. Jason Walker reporting.
Accused of advertising unlicensed tourist rentals, Airbnb is being hit with a $75 million fine by the Spanish government, which says many listings lack proper license numbers or included incorrect information. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
Los Dos
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yes, still kind of foggy out there.
Little bit of that freezing fog situation going on out there.
Seen reports on social about different spots like McGaffey's or Sunset's getting hit pretty heavily.
Yeah, it's kind of, but it's supposed to be like 72 today, so this will change.
I would argue that's probably why the fog is still kind of kicking it around. Is the cold air's down here, the hot air's up here, and near the twain shall meet.
Trapping it in.
That's right.
I don't know. Something like that.
It's a trap house up in here.
I was not very good in science. Never good in science.
No. I was given the option of, in high school, either taking biology or chemistry. So while all my friends were having to dissect stuff, I was over in a class across the hallway lighting corn chips on fire to see how much fat dripped off and writing down the results. I never regretted that decision. I didn't have to dissect nothing my whole high school career. I had no qualms about it.
I had to do both.
Really?
Yeah, because in 10th grade we took biology, and then
that was the requirements. You had to do your life science in 10th grade,
and in 11th grade I had to take chemistry. So because I took earth science, I think earth science was freshman year, and then biology, and then chemistry, and then I was done with science.
I cannot think. And now listen, stay in school, kids.
Yeah.
But I cannot think of a single thing that I didn't get that my biology taken friends did. Not a single thing that they learned from having to go through besides maybe the uniting experience that they got that I didn't.
Yeah.
Of having to take a scalpel and dissect a creature. That was always the most unappealing thing about any of that to me.
To be honest, the grossest part of all of it for me,
the smell,
was the smell of the formaldehyde. And that's what I was.
That's I think what I'm most worried about because I'm so smell triggered.
Yeah, that formaldehyde. To this day, that's a triggering. I'm like, oh. But I remember. Let's see. Let me if I can remember. I know we did a worm. We did a fish. We did a frog. I feel like there's another one in there too, but I don't remember.
They gave, I guess they do it middle school now, because they gave my daughter's class, they were dissecting the frog, and they sent home a whole do you approve of this? So we signed off the permission slip. She was gung ho about it. She was all for it until she watched a video.
Oh, and then she's out.
As soon as she saw what was actually going to transpire, she was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get a choice.
I know. Well, that's the thing is they didn't have the technology to show us the process before we did it.
Yeah.
That's how we learn. You just do it.
Well, the part that I'm not going to lie, that's kind of weird is when you're cutting the skin and then you're pinning it to the table or that little tray or whatever.
Right.
And you're just okay, so here's a frog with basically is just, it's just
splayed out.
Yeah.
Innards.
It's, I guess, if you're a Jeffrey Dahmer type, you're this is awesome. But
that's what I could never be a serial killer.
But I had equally as much problems in chemistry as I did in biology.
There you go. There's your defense, ladies. I could never be a serial killer because I'm ooged out by any of that stuff.
I couldn't even do the worm.
You think I want to know what to do with your body? I couldn't use a scalpel to dissect a frog.
I feel like that should be on your profile, your dating profile there.
Right. Clearly, I'm not a serial killer. I never took biology.
But I had equally problems in chemistry too, because I was kind of a goofball. No, but and to be honest, I failed chemistry.
I got a C. I barely squeaked by. I did not do good.
This is why I failed chemistry. I just goofed off. I literally did. I remember like the first week of chemistry class, they gave and of course you have a lab partner.
Right.
So I feel so bad for my lab partner. I got them in trouble so much. But anyway, the first week of it, he literally gave us like this little rack that had like 6 different chemicals in it. And he said, mix them any way you want to. But stay in your group. Don't go borrow from other groups and then start mixing. Just keep with your 6 you have here.
He kept inert chemicals together.
Yeah. So first thing I did was like, dude, what do you got? Give me your blue one over there.
I'll trade you my blue for your yellow.
Yeah. And and so I got in trouble for that. I remember one day we had to put like build a lab kit.
You make it out like, it was no big deal, but I did get in trouble. They probably had to spray the lab down because you released some kind of chemical agent.
We did have to clear the classroom.
We did have to evacuate. Matter of fact, the school had to be evacuated.
No, it was just
some dudes in suits came down with pressure washers.
Mr. Pitts, which I remember, he was a real nice guy, but I'd probably aged that dude 10 years. Mr. Pitts, he reacted quickly and saved the day, but it started doing a smoking thing. But anyway. Then other things I did, we had to have like a lab kit, and it was like paper towels and all this. And a roll of I can't remember all the stuff we had to bring from home to put in this kit, but I remember having a whole debate about this bounty thing. Says there's 1,000 rolls on it, 1,000 sheets, and I literally unrolled the entire. I had the whole class up and down. We're counting these bad boys.
Nice. Hey, you know what? That's a hypothesis that you put to test. I like it.
Well, I got about halfway through before he put the kibosh on that.
Aww. But I was. You're trying to find truth in advertising here.
And then, for some reason, they had a barometer deal in another room and there was one experiment we had to do that you had to give them a barometer reading every day. And so, some idiot picked me to be the one to do that.
Oh.
And I didn't know how to. So I gave wrong readings and screwed everything. I just was a problem in chemistry.
I can see that. My chemistry teacher made it really fun. I don't remember many of my teachers' names from high school, but Mr. Hamilton was my chemistry teacher. I remember that. And like I said, the first experiment we ever did was he brought in a bunch of different Cheetos, Doritos.
Yeah.
And we had to hold them over a Bunsen burner and see how long it took for fat to drip off and see how much fat came off of each chip to chart them. And I was like, if this is going to be what this year's like, this is going to rule. It wasn't. But, I mean, it got gradually harder, and I got gradually worse at it. But it was fun, you know?
Well, my problem was, the journals and the lab books.
Yeah.
So I couldn't keep up with that mess because I just had no interest in this. It was not my bag. But, I was told twice in high school not to take the next level. And science was one of them. They said, you shouldn't take Spanish. After a while, they said, you should stop taking Spanish.
I think I did well in Spanish 1.
Yeah.
I tanked Spanish 2. I got a 13 overall in that class.
I took 3 years of Spanish and stunk all 3 years of it.
I got a lot of the basic stuff down. But
yeah, I know basic words. I know things, but to have a conversation or anything like that, I'm pretty. But I can pick out. And to be honest, with our day job, and we do have a Spanish station here, so we do produce Spanish ads. I voice them myself. No, I don't. I send them off, but I can kind of do the gist of things. I'm like, I can. That word means this. This is that, or that don't sound. I can.
There are certain words.
I can pick out when they do dates and things wrong sometimes.
There are certain words that if you say it like manana versus mañana or mañana, or each influx has a different meaning or word. And there's a YouTube video where they take if you were to say this sentence in Spanish, it'd be like manana, 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 manana. You say the word manana in 16 different variations over and over again.
I know mañana means tomorrow. I don't know the other mananas.
Or
all I can think of is now the manana.
Right. There was what it was in English. What are all of the ways you could say to pass? And then he lists 6 of them.
Like to die,
or
pass?
pass is what it said. Or to pass.
Okay.
Like pass, past, passing.
Okay.
And they went through the ones in Spanish, and there's like 60 of them. Just different variations of the same word in different conjugations or different setups.
But then I know there's words that we use as one word, and we apply it to multiple applications.
Yeah, homonyms.
Whereas they, like the word to play. Like for us, we use to play. You play a sport, you play an instrument,
right?
You play it. In Spanish, if you play a sport, it's like juegar, but if you play an instrument, it's
juego.
Tocar.
Tocar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that also.
No, juego is I play.
Oh, yeah, I play.
Yeah, that's a conjugation of you. Like if it's tocar is the actual word, but if you say juego, that means I play. Juegas.
Tocar means. Yeah. I know there's people who speak Spanish out there who are just rolling, like they can't even get to the back of their head. Their eyes are rolling so hard.
Well, I know enough to know that what I'm saying is mostly right. I'm probably mispronouncing everything, and same thing with tocar. Tocar is the word, but if you say toko is I play, like an instrument or a radio, so that always threw me off. I was like, so the word play is two different words in Spanish based on what you're playing.
Right.
So,
but you want
is our guest here?
I'm not sure.
Before Spanish 101 gets really bad.
Nobody yet.
Okay. More Spanish.
Yeah, no, I was just, while you were saying that, I was like, you know why I don't know? Why I can't maintain or retain any information as far as like Spanish goes or anything like that? Because I still know like the entirety of the FREE, that spells free credit report.com maybe commercial. And that'll just randomly pop into my head. And it's like, oh yeah, that's why I don't know math. Simple things like that. That just, because I know all of the words to Overture Curtain Lights from the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show that I used to watch. Sure. That's why I don't know philosophy.
Well, jingles do work.
Yeah.
To this day, J.G. Whitworth, call 877 cash now. 877
I'd
cash
argue
now.
even
877 cash now.
Even one without like a catchy like word associated with, like 800-588-2300 Empire today.
Yep.
Well, now that we've done all that free advertising.
1-800 cars for kids.
Oh my God, don't. That's going to be in my head now.
I know.
Oh. Donate your car today.
Yep, Earworm City.
That is such an earworm. Kids' music's really, really bad about that. There's a song, and my kids will punish me with it, because like I'll just hear like a line from it. I think our guest is here.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll hear like a line from it, and the song will be glued in my head for 3 days. There's one. It's I'm just gonna do the first part. It's like, it's a buck chicken on a buck banana, buck chicken in a buck bandana, and it just gets glued in your head. I'm probably screwing myself over right now singing just that much of it, because I'm gonna be bopping to it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, kids' music is notorious for that.
Yeah.
It destroys your brain.
Well, and like the stories, I know I talked about this, and I know you and I talked about this, but like when I was a kid, I had like the records with like stories and music and all this, and the one that had these bunch of little stories, like Peter and the Wolf, if you remember that, and it had that. It had a bunch of collection of stuff like that. But one of the stories was about this kid who had a long name that no one could say. Long name no can say. That was the name of the story. And to this day, I remember the name of the kid just because of the way they do it. The kid's name was Niki Tembo Noso Rembo Umamuchi Gamagamuguchi. And I remember that to this day.
Messed up is that kind of sounds like Cynthia Erivo's full name.
But it was a whole story about long name no can't say, and his name was Niki Tembo Noso Rembo Umamuchi Gamagamuguchi.
We gotta go. I know, but now I have to find it, because so in an interview recently, Cynthia Erivo, that's not her full name.
Is it
the girl from Wicked? For those who don't know. Her full name,
the one that's not Christina Aguilera,
yeah,
or not whatever name.
Yeah, the one who's not Christine. Okay. Her full name is Cynthia Shinasokau Onidinamasu. I'm probably butchering this. Amakarakachu Owezuke Inchimino Erivo.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like,
is that Asian?
6 names. No, I think it's African.
Is it? Sounds Japanese.
It's Nigerian is what it is.
Yeah. Sounds Japanese.
And she broke it down like on the thing. And some of these are like, holy names, like that are just used for like church services, things like, or religious services, things like that.
Yeah.
Some of them are only used with family. But I'd imagine if you got in trouble as a kid with a full name like that, because you know your mom's going to shout your full name.
Right.
You're like, well, that gives me some getaway time.
Right.
I got like 10 good seconds to figure out what I'm going to do before she gets to the end of my name.
Right. Of course, she's throwing a shoe. Which that was a tool of the mother back in the day.
I don't know what the word chancla is in Nigerian, but
I believe our guests are here. Guests, I'm not sure. I heard multiple voices. But Tamara and Katie, I believe, are joining us here from the Chaves County Extension Office. We'll get an update from them here in just a few minutes. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for a while. High pressure is in place over the southwestern states and covering our area. Mid-70s on the afternoon high today. We should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 30s and clear, and then about 70 for the high on Wednesday. Fairly light wind and plenty of sun. We're at around 70 again on Thursday and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 27 degrees. Still chilly out there with some freezing fog. Humidity is at 96% with winds out of the north at 3 miles per hour. Good news is it's warming up today. 73 and sunny eventually. Winds will be out of the northwest 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight low of 31 degrees. North winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny, 70 for a high. Winds out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 39 degrees. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday looks a lot like Wednesday. Mostly sunny, 70 for a high. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday will warm up to the mid-70s, sunny and 76. Saturday, sunny and 80. It's December. It's the Saturday before Christmas, and we're doing it at 80 for a high on Saturday. Not complaining, but it don't feel right. I'm just saying, it don't feel right. Sunny and 74 on Sunday. Sunny and 74 on Monday of next week, too. So he thinks it's going to be a warm Christmas, just studying the trends. And then again, it is New Mexico. It could be like, Christmas Eve, it'll be 70. Christmas Day, it'll be 32. It just could be. Just hold on to your butts. Don't be surprised. Just saying. All right, it is. Let me get back to this screen. I got one computer. This thing's not working. So normally I have two computers. I can do one on one and the other. But the keyboard on this is not working, so I can't do anything on this keyboard. It just stares at me and mocks me. So I have to do it all on this computer. So now I got to jump back and forth. No one cares about this, but this is the plight of a DJ. All right, it is 8:23. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll talk with the ladies from the Extension Office. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
If you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, look no further. The Roswell Hyundai Used Car Super Center. With a huge selection of vehicles to choose from, nearly every make and model. You're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs and budget. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Super Center has something for everyone. The #1 used car super center in Southeast New Mexico, 2 years in a row. Roswell Hyundai, the fun place to buy a car. 1909 West 2nd. Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
At Carabelli Dental, we believe your smile deserves the very best. From the moment you walk in, our team provides unmatched customer service and a dental experience like no other. Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental. Whether it's a routine visit or you need advanced care, we make sure you feel comfortable, cared for, and confident in your smile. Discover the difference at Carabelli Dental, where your comfort and your smile come first.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main, or call 575-622-4455.
It's possible to turn peanut butter into diamonds. Peter Pan tried it with his buddy Skippy, but they couldn't do it in a jiff. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. Sorry, I probably left some peanut butter brands out there. My apologies. It is 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Chavez County Extension Office, Katie Wright and Tamara Schubert back with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
In unison, cheery. Look at
We
that.
try. We
so
try.
great. Well, good news is, after years of chit-chatting about it and talking about it, you guys have mostly moved into the new offices and everything. So
We are. So our day-to-day operations are at the new location.
yeah,
That's
so if you need something,
yes,
go
so
there.
1610 Southeast Main Street. So if you're familiar with the area, we're in the same parking lot as I Associates and Senior Olympics.
Nice.
But we are the very southwest building. They're still working on signage. So if you get lost, you have to call.
There you go.
But not our regular office number because we will have a new one.
Gotcha. Which,
Yeah.
but if you're near the Senior Olympics and I Associates, you're in the ballpark.
Yes. Start knocking on doors. We'll get you there.
Just start knocking on. Hi, you the extension office? No, they're 2 doors down.
We've got some super friendly neighbors, so it'll work.
Oh, good. It'll be good. And looks convenient, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I can go work on my glasses. I can walk right over next door. But if you do need, because, obviously we're getting here with the holidays and things kind of quiet down over the Christmas break here. But, 2026, you guys kind of hit the ground running with, new classes, just the kind of the New Year activities and stuff. So now's the time to sign up for a lot of stuff. If you want to get in on some of these classes that start here in the first part of the year, don't wait till the first part of the year to do that. Come by the office or call and get signed up and get going on this. So because they fill up I know your cooking sensations classes and the year-long, I can't remember the name of it right now, the year-long diabetes class, those fill up fast and so you kind of got to sign up in advance. But they're very good. That's why they fill up fast, because you learn a wealth and you really learn how to deal with diabetes in a way that's an enjoyable life instead of checking boxes every day and making sure your blood sugar's this or that and I can't, that cookie I can't eat that because it doesn't you start getting intimidated by a bowl of cereal all of a sudden.
So we are doing what used to be the Prevent T2 program. So it's more general health, wellness, and prevention of chronic diseases this year. So we'll have some more cooking demonstrations, some more guest speakers, some more general health information, but still focused on wellness and nutrition.
More fun to be added.
Yes, absolutely. So that one does kick off on January the 6th at 4 o'clock. So the classes will be on Tuesdays from 4 to 5. The first quarter of the year, we do meet every week, and then we kind of start weaning off after that. But do call the office and RSVP, and I say call. The best way to get us right now is email, unless you have our cell phone numbers.
Yeah.
Until they're hoping to get us a phone number this week.
Knock on wood.
But the best way to really get us is that chavis@nmsu.edu email.
Good. And I know you guys check the Facebook pages pretty regularly too. So if you're a Facebook user and do that frequently, you can shoot a message through there and you guys will answer whatever question you got there. So, or if you want to sign up for anything or ask about one of the extension clubs or 4-H or any of that stuff, they'll be happy to do, or any ag-related stuff. So, I know, speaking of that, are they in the hunt for a new?
We're still hunting for a new ag agent. So anybody out there that loves to do plants bugs and all the things, they need to come work with us.
And the dirt that connects them.
Yes. Yeah. So we are still looking for an ag agent. They just recently extended it, so it's set to close again in January. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
Encourage your friends to apply. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it. But while we're on ag, we are still, having several conferences and things like that.
Yeah,
And
the
so-
work doesn't end, even though there's not an agent
doesn't.
in place per se. But,
So the annual hay conference is still going to take place in Ruidoso this year on January the 21st through the 23rd. And there are special rates if you get reserved, turned in your registration before the end of the year.
So the early bird does get the worm on this one.
Yeah, so they can register at nmhay.com. And that's also the time that our cotton growing conference is going on up there too.
Excellent.
So
By the way,
check
that's
out both of those.
Hay, not
Yes.
HEY.
Yeah.
So don't be like, hey,
Yeah.
it's not that conference. Hey, it's not that conference. Hay
Yeah.
as in, straw hay.
Alfalfa. Yeah.
Just in case anybody was confused. Like, I'm here for the hay convention. Hey, yo, I'm here for the... No,
Just to socialize.
Oh, that'd be an interesting meetup.
You may learn a few new things. Yeah, you may learn a few new things.
Yeah.
The other thing that's going on that side is they are still taking Master Gardener applications for the upcoming year.
Great.
So those classes start off again in January. And it's really a great opportunity for anybody that's interested in gardening to come join us.
Yeah, I got kind of in trouble because I kind of unintentionally made it seem more intimidating than it should be. And what I'm trying to say is that, no, they want everyone and anyone can do it, but they teach you so much about gardening.
Absolutely.
It is so in-depth and so thorough that, it's not just your run-of-the-mill, put a seed in the dirt, put some water on it. It's a lot. You learn a lot more than that stuff. So, but that being said, it's for everyone and anyone. Please do not make it. I didn't want to give the impression that I was like an exclusive club or anything like that.
Well, and it's a great group. It's the same group that does the Triangle Garden out there at Cahoon Park, and they do a lot of community service around. So they do gardening at the library, which we will be at. The Saturday this month that happens to be gardening at the library is also the library is huge. The Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, come if you
we
want to learn more.
will be out there doing crafts and things like that, garden related with the kiddos. So you can come join us, meet us, do things. But
Matter
it's
of fact,
a great
that'd be the good way
group.
to find out this class is for you. Is come to their thing on the library Saturday.
Visit with our Master
And
Gardeners.
say, hey, talk, and they say, yeah, this is cool. I'm going to sign up for that. That way you can go talk right directly to the people that are going to be in the dirt with you.
Quite literally.
But yeah, it is. I know they were kind of. I was like, no, that's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to talk them up, and it came off like I was talking like they're too elite for us or something. That's not what I was trying to do. So I apologize. But anyway, but yeah, go check it out, please. The brownest of thumb can turn green with those folks.
The great classes, great information, and it's a good way to give back to your community.
Absolutely, good deal. What else we got on the radar?
So we talk nutrition. So extension clubs, as always.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 clubs, and really, come January, we'll have 6 clubs. We've got 2 new ones going. So if y'all had been interested in quilting but happen to be on the wait list, we do have another quilt group that's starting up. They're meeting the second Saturday of every month at 10.
Okay.
So that one's up. If they're interested, they're welcome to call the office. And then we have a sewing one that's starting up too by popular demand.
Great.
That one's going to meet the second Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m.
Take both and learn the difference between
Yeah.
sewing and quilting. Because some people don't realize there's a difference. And then we'll start a crochet club and really blow your mind.
All right. That one's next.
But and this is the cool part about Extension Club is, and like we talk about each month, it's kind of like 4-H for adults here, where yes, we have clubs, and these are all community-driven, community put together, basically based on interest. We had a collective group of people that said, you know what, we're into quilting, let's start a quilting extension club. You know what about sewing? Yeah, we got some folks who want to do sewing, and so there's 6 clubs now. There's room for more.
Absolutely.
If you're interested, if you have a hobby or a skill set of folks that would like to do it in kind of a social thing, and it could be anything from a chess club to to woodworking club to I don't know, coffee club. I don't know. You know, the sky's the limit on what you do on this. It's just if you have an interest and a chance to maybe meet some people and turn this into as much as a hobby, but as a social chance to connect with people and chance to make some friends and things like that. That's what this is all about. And by the way, we get to learn about quilting or sewing or whatever the theme is for that particular club here. So if you're interested in starting one, or maybe you have maybe there's someone going, I'm a stamp collector and I want to see if there's other stamp collectors out there. Let's talk about it. Maybe there's an interest. So reach out to the extension office here. I almost said reach out to the extension club, the extension office, and let's see what happens here. And then of course, for the younger folks, there is actual 4-H, which again has many clubs there too, but it too can evolve as well. If there's a group of kids that are into a particular event and there's an adult that can kind of supervise it, then we can create that 4-H club too. So the possibilities are endless in 4-H too. So, but any updates for 4-H we want to mention right now?
So this Friday at 9 o'clock, we'll be at the library in Hagerman.
Okay.
We are painting bird houses, but I painted mine to be a gingerbread house. So you can paint a gingerbread house too. Whatever you're feeling.
Bird house?
Yes. all the things. We had somebody make theirs a mountain. Somebody was talking about making a clown tent,
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless. Use your imagination.
That's what it's about. And you guys do that it's the third Friday of every month?
In Hagerman.
Typically,
Hagerman,
yes. There's a few that schedule didn't line up, and it has to be a different Friday.
But roughly around there.
Yes.
So. But it will be the third Friday this Friday.
Absolutely.
What time do you guys do that out the library?
9 o'clock.
9 a.m. So come out, bring the kids, and be ready to be creative.
Absolutely. And then we will start back in January with our 4-H Day at the library here on the second Wednesday.
Very good. And again, very similar, like the one there. It's each month is different.
Yes.
Craft
I think January is the origami.
I think so.
Ooh, some folding. I always like.
It's not near as hard as you think it is.
I know. That's what it is. It's kind of like. I don't mean to compare this, but this is the only reference I got. I remember when I was a kid and used to fold the little games.
What the kids call the cootie catchers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, that's like entry-level origami. You know?
Paper airplanes are entry-level origami.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember, I remember as a kid, and this was probably like early kindergarten level, and me and my two friends who lived up the street, we literally spent all day. Back in the day, they used to give like the Montgomery Ward or Sears catalogs, and it'd be like, you know how thick those things were, like real thick. Well, we made paper airplanes out of every one of those pages, and God forbid our parents are so mad because there's about 10 of them stuck up on the roof of the house. And then, of course, when it rains and all that goes. But I spent a good year of my life making paper airplanes and everything. And we had one of my friends, he was really good at making, like, the one that looked like a bat. And, like, all I could do was the standard and just hope the wings were the evil on the other side. Yeah. But he could make different ones, and it was like a whole... He was a whole match. But anyway.
It's a whole thing.
Origami. That's what
Origami in January, both in Roswell and in Hagerman. We are in open enrollment, so you still have plenty of time to get signed up and compete this summer. You can sign up anytime, but there are some deadlines to meet as far as making your club meetings and that kind of thing before you're able to compete.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to, they just don't dive right into the competitions and things. You got to. What's the earliest that a youth can start in the 4-H program?
So our Clover Buds start at 5.
Okay, and they go all the way up to, what, 18 or
18, 19, depending on when your birthday falls.
Very good. So, and you can jump in at any time during that time.
Absolutely.
So even if you're 14 or 15, you're just now getting into 4-H, well, it's good time as any. Come on in and let's do that. And by the way, 4-H, yes, livestock and farm animal, everything you see at the fair with that and the home ec, that's very, very much the core of 4-H. But by no means is that all of 4-H. There are extension clubs. There's 4-H clubs that have nothing to do with animals and things like. There's things with computers, shooting sports.
We did rocketry last night.
Rocketry, yeah. So 4-H is for really anybody with finding interest for youth here. Yes. There is a lot of roots in the livestock industry and stuff, sure. But it's by all means, you don't have to be a farmer or rancher or a child of a farmer or rancher to to benefit from the 4-H program. So come learn about it. Come to a meeting. Maybe it's rockets you're into, or maybe it's shooting sports, or maybe it's computers, whatever that is. And by all means, if you're into raising animals and animal husbandry and all that, then guess what? We got you. So, what, did I goof up?
When you said raising husbands, and then you went back.
Oh, animal husbandry. Yeah. Raising husbands. That's not a bad.
I mean, no comments
here. Raising husbands. Someone's like, "Well, where's that club? We need to turn it."
As far as funny.
I'm thinking. I think I just started your new extension club.
There you go. Right. Yeah.
I don't know that we have a specialist for that.
I think you got a bunch of them. They got a whole panel.
It's a good thing my husband's working.
They have a master's degree in that.
Yes.
It's family therapy.
Yeah, I believe you could call me doctor on this one. But joking aside, yes, all of that is definitely part of 4-H, and so if you're interested, please, come reach out. Come learn about when the next club meeting that interests you is near you and happening. And like you said, if you really do want to show animals and stuff, now's the time. If you want to do it for this year, you still got time.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how old you are and what animals you're going to be raising and all that kind. Because I imagine some you probably already had to start.
Yes. You buy your animals at different times throughout the year.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm thinking like the smaller ones, like your chickens and whatnot, are probably
So
more
right now, if you're looking at steers, you probably already invested in some of those. But some of the smaller animals, sheep and goats, you may March, April.
Okay.
Poultry, you're probably looking at
so pretty much anything but cows.
May, June. Mm-hmm. So far.
Anything in the cow. What about swine, pigs?
Those are later.
Okay. I didn't know because I was like, you gotta get
beef
fat.
is pretty well the earliest.
Gotcha. Requires the more maintenance.
Right.
Although.
Well, and it takes longer for them to get up to weight.
Yeah, pigs are pigs. The reason they call them pigs. But and of course, I know we're not near fair season, but I always do like, since we're talking 4-H and stuff, when you do go out to the fairs and stuff, please, as much as we enjoy the rides and the commercial building, please equally hang out in the education building, the arts and crafts building, the livestock show ring. Those that's the true heart of the fair each year, and you get to see the coolest parts of the fair in those buildings right there. You get to see the most impressive things because you get to see these young men and women either showing animals or seeing the fruits of their labor in the arts and crafts building or education building. And I'm telling you, it's always 10 times more impressive than every time. It's like you could set your watch to it. You walk in there, the arts and crafts building, you look at these paintings like, wow, that's really great. And you look real close, some 8-year-old did it. And you're like, geez, Louise, that is impressive. And so that's the real cool part of the fair each year, whether it's the Chavez County Fair, the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, whatever it is. That's the sweetest part of it. So don't forget that part when you come out. I know we got a minute between all that. What else? Is there anything else we wanted to make sure we covered as far as extension stuff?
I think that's all on my list.
All for now.
Okay. Is there any of those, like we talked about the hay, but I know like with pesticides and all that, isn't it usually around the first of the year?
So we just got done with our pesticide training in November.
Okay.
We had that one. That's our annual.
Okay.
So the next one that we're going to be having up kind of locally is the Southeast Ranchers Workshop. And so I'll get with those ag agents and see which county is going to host it. We're in the very beginning planning stages on that one.
Some of that stuff is kind of going on too. But yeah, and of course, if you have any questions about that, like we said, best bet is to email the extension office, at least for the next several days till we get a phone number because of the transition of being in the new building. But the phone number, it's not like your cell phone. You don't get to carry that number over with you.
We tried, but it didn't work. So yeah, we'll have a new phone number, like I said, hopefully within the next day or two. But the best way to get us is that chavis@nmsu.edu.
Yeah.
And it's Chavis with an S. But that's the best way to get us
like
right
the
now.
county. That's if you're around here or not around these parts. You spell it with Z, you're not from around these parts. Yeah. And then I always because I catch it with our news people and stuff, where because most of us say Chavez around here, but occasionally it gets them out to Chavez or Chavez County. And I'm like, you're not from around these parts. I'm not from around these parts, but I've been here for like 30 years now, so I'm around these parts enough to know
you count.
I can pretend. I know the difference between green chili and what it is. So. Good deal. Again, and then, of course, don't forget, you can always go online on Facebook. Everything that the Extension office is through New Mexico State University, so you'll see NMSU attached to it. So if you see that, don't be scared that you're in the right place. You're in the right place there. But if you type in Chaves County Extension, Chaves County, something like that, you'll see the stuff popping up. And if you can't remember emails or whatever, but you want to get a hold, that's a great way. Or say, hey, I heard y'all talking about 4-H this morning. Can you call me, tell me more about it? Reach out. They'll be happy to do that. And,
absolutely.
Are you guys having any special Christmas hours or anything like that?
So we're closed, I believe,
Christmas
the 25th and 26th.
and the day after.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and then New Year's.
Very good.
So our admins are out because they observe NMSU. But Katie
They're on
and
spring
I,
Christmas
winter break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Katie and I will be in.
Good deal.
They get us.
Stop in, say hi. It's usually pretty slow. So.
I'm just saying, you guys are technically within MSU. I'm like, look, I ain't even on holiday break. I'm just saying, I got to rest up too.
It's also the quiet time that Katie and I get some things done.
I know what's going on. Have y'all seen that commercial? Usually it's on during NFL Sunday football games. Like the office has to work on Sunday, but they all are like going to turn into a party. So one brings hot dogs, and they turn into one brings Peyton Manning, weirdly enough, and they have a big like football party at the office. That's what you guys are doing. You guys are like, you open the drawer.
I wish.
Well, and y'all are handy. You're like, I brought a pie. I brought a tablecloth. I got a spatula to serve this bad boy. I just feel like y'all could be doing that. Just you two.
I mean, if you wanted to taste test the recipes for your next classes, I'm in.
There you go. There we go. There we go.
I can be quality control.
But, and then, of course, please sign up. Ask about these. I'm telling you, if you're interested, sign up for these. Do it now. January 6th, people, these filled up quick. And I know every year you guys have people in the spring. When's that class? And you're like, it's already happened.
It already happened.
And,
yeah.
Don't be that person this year. Sign up now. Do it now. This is the time. Get it done. That way, January 6th rolls in. You're ready to eat and cook and learn. So. Notice I said eat first. I know priority.
There you go.
Very good. Did we get it all? Is there anything we missed?
I think we're good.
Excellent. Well, ladies, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and get some downtime. I know, like I said, it will be quiet. So, and Katie mentioned something about don't want to cook. What do you do on the holidays? I mean, do you get out of cooking? Or no? Do you have to?
So it's just Ethan and I. So we can still go back to our mom's houses, and they are happy to cook.
Okay.
And
so
it's great.
You just go as a consumer.
I bring a dessert or a side and call it a day.
Nice.
There you go.
You do work for the extension office. It would be rude not to bring something.
Right.
It's like, this is your job. You at least bring something. Being this kind. What about you, Tam? Are you?
We usually go to Cody's parents' house.
Nice. So you get to just consume too.
That's an 8-hour drive for us. So we get out of taking things.
Your labor of love is making the drive.
But do you get there and feel obligated to like muscle in the kitchen and do
sometimes we do.
Because that's kind of thing. Oh, can you stir this or can you, make the
I just
eggs
need somebody to sit at the counter and talk to me while I cook.
There you go.
I can handle it if I have company.
To have someone sitting there, doing the thing. Occasionally, maybe handing you a spoon or something.
Right.
I got you. Not too bad. What's you guys have a go-to Christmas meal? I know, like a lot of people, Thanksgiving they kind of do the turkey and all that, but for Christmas, you guys have a family tradition or Christmas?
We usually do ham or prime rib.
That's kind of the go-to.
Cody's does prime rib.
Yeah, I think a lot of people go like you go with the turkey. And like, look, I'm not doing another turkey, especially since Thanksgiving was late this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like it was just Thanksgiving last week.
We still have some in the fridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of
I'm pretty sure I should have thrown it away.
You shouldn't.
But if you still have your turkey in the refrigerator from Thanksgiving, please dispose of that properly.
I don't have turkey, but I'm not going to lie. I threw away some sweet potatoes and stuffing over the weekend from Christmas. I'm not proud to say that.
From Christmas?
I mean, not Christmas. From Thanksgiving.
This has gotten
from Thanksgiving.
Escalated very
there
quickly.
There was some leftover. Yeah. Well, and this is my wife's fault. She does not understand that you do not need 50 pounds of dressing for a 10-pound bird. I'm just saying she only knows how to make it. It's really good, but she only knows how to make it one size, and it's super sized. And
I am guilty of that as well.
And stick it in the freezer.
I'm like, yeah, just whatever the recipe says, half would be more than enough. But no, we need it. No. Every year we have 30 pounds of dressing and a 10-pound bird. And like enough giblet and gravy. You know what I mean? Like there's not enough gravy to go for all that stuffing. Like you got to start inventing
So
more
it
gravy.
sounds like you need to get in the kitchen and help her make more gravy.
Or make less stuffing. Less stuffing. That's the thing. We don't need 80 pounds of stuffing. We don't need to stuff every, plate on the East Coast with this thing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Mike.
Old man yells at cloud. We'll talk to you guys. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in 2026. And by then, you should have a phone number, hopefully.
Yes.
All right, it is 8:49. Let's pause for news and sports and all that. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. Police are looking for a man charged with shooting at a house from a vehicle, while 2 other suspects with the same charges are already in custody at the Chavez County Detention Center. That according to a Roswell Police Department news release. Angelo Trujillo, 18, was arrested. Elisha Gonzalez turned himself in on Sunday, December 14th, to an employee of the Chavez County Sheriff's Department. A warrant is out for the arrest of Humberto Velarde. Police are investigating a double homicide in Clovis that happened on Monday morning. Police arrived at 19-year-old Darren Munoz, said his parents were also home. 2 people were found by officers in bed. Dina Munoz, 71, and 58-year-old Oscar Munoz. Police said both had apparent head injuries. 18-year-old Julio Zamora and Munoz were identified as suspects. Munoz is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and criminal solicitation. Zamora faces related murder and conspiracy charges. Now you're up to date. I'm Sandy Connor.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Hey, we've got some basketball going on tonight. The Goddard Rockets playing at home against Moriarty. This boys basketball, Goddard is 2-2. Moriarty is 2-4 at game time. 5:30. Goddard got off to a good start at the Hub City tournament in Belen over the weekend, beating Atrisco Heritage on Thursday, 44-37, but then lost to unbeaten Las Cruces on Friday, 58-29. And then fell to the home team, the Belen Eagles, on Saturday, 65-50. Meanwhile, Roswell was at the Phil Griego tournament in Cleveland. They defeated the Coyotes, knocked off Mira Friday night, 56-47, then lost a narrow one to Cibola, 77-74 on Saturday. Roswell playing at Alamogordo tonight at 6:30. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for a while. High pressure is in place over the southwestern states and covering our area. Mid-70s on the afternoon high today. We should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 30s and clear, and then about 70 for the high on Wednesday. Fairly light wind and plenty of sun. We're at around 70 again on Thursday and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. Stocks open after the rotation out of AI and tech stocks continued Monday, and consumer, industrial, and healthcare stocks got more attention again, though NVIDIA did rise slightly. Barron's Financial Weekly says the Santa Claus rally this year could be mainly for the old Dow Jones Industrial Average, started in 1896. Wall Street doesn't know what catalyst will make AI and tech stocks rise soon, but AI companies have so much money they still have a lot of leverage, but have to start showing revenue growth. Stocks may be affected for the rest of the week now by many economic reports starting today on hiring, wages, and retail sales, and then on inflation, home sales, and consumer confidence later this week. Zillow stock fell because Google is reportedly testing a way to list houses for sale too. Several stocks in the S&P 500 have hit their highest in many years, including Bank of America, Chase, J&J, Delta Airlines, GM, and Walmart. Eli Lilly, Carnival Cruise Lines, and Hershey's Chocolates rose Monday. Predictions for stocks in 2026 are starting. Some say small company and cyclical stocks will do well. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
It doesn't matter if you've been naughty or nice. Everyone gets our very best price during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford.
It's the final days to trade up for less during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. Last chance for 0, 0, 0. That's 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. Worried that your credit is on the naughty list? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is 1667 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined. Select. Are you a closer who's tired of caps, limited leads, and begging for scraps? Pecos Valley Broadcasting, the dominant radio and live streaming force in Roswell, Artesia, and Carlsbad, is hiring one senior account executive in the Carlsbad-Artesia area who can handle current clients, sell ideas and promotions, and continue to build their list. You'll have the chance to promote ideas that actually move cars, sell furniture, and make people hungry, giving businesses the opportunity to be noticed with uncapped commissions. If you've got at least 2 to 3 years in outside sales or crushing radio, TV, or digital sales in southeastern New Mexico, send your resume now to hire me at pvbcradio.com. Apply today. Pecos Valley Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Talk radio has landed on the all-new 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
And good morning. It is 8:57. Town Hall News coming up here in just about 2 minutes here, 2.5 minutes or so. Stay tuned next hour, around 9:15 or so. Pastor Jim Ridgway is going to join us. The Gig, most know him from the Gig here, his services here on the courthouse lawn. They are doing their annual The Reason for the Season drive-through, their third annual drive-through event. It goes on out 6439 West 2nd, Deer Creek area. They have a little loop to drive through, and they have different scenes and things. I think it's covering mostly, the birth of Jesus and the night of his birth. I think that's the scenes kind of center around that. They do one very similar during Easter as well, too. And it's an amazing, they've been doing this, like it's the third one for their Christmas event. So they're going to join us next hour, talk about that. If we have time, we're also going to try to work in our interview we had last week with the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. They tomorrow is their annual their monthly meeting, but it's the Christmas one this year, December here, and so this is more of their festive meeting where they'll have a few guest speakers, but it's not, it's mostly about the meal and the camaraderie and everything tomorrow. But if time permits, we'll play that interview in the 9 o'clock hour as well, probably around 9:30 or so. So we'll get those in. Don't forget, you got one more weekend of the Midday Lions carriage rides out for the Christmas lights. They, if you go to RoswellMiddayLions.org, You can get reservations for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. This is the last weekend they're doing that for this year. Don't forget, Saturday is also their Saturday night. They have their couples for $50 carriage ride where you get a little special vouchers for some meal and stuff like that. It's a nice little bonus there for a little romantic getaway where it's just a couple's carriage ride to see the Christmas lights. But if you need to reserve, go to RoswellMiddayLions.org and get that done. I believe it's $10 for per person for the regular carriage rides, and then for the couple, $50. But that's one Saturday night, 8 o'clock, not 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I believe, for that one. And then the rest will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 6 till, I think the last one leaves about 8 that evening. So RoswellMiddayLions.org to go there. All right, Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Good morning.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. The government's latest jobs report is just in this morning, and economist Steve Moore says it's not bad.
64,000 new jobs created, which is a decent number. And the unemployment rate ticked up a little bit by 0.1%.
The unemployment rate rose to 4.6%. It was driven higher by the departure of tens of thousands of federal workers. The feds have foiled what they say could have been a series of deadly attacks.
The FBI says they broke up a terror plot to bomb unnamed companies in California, described only as Amazon-type logistical centers on New Year's Day. The Bureau's Akil Davis.
The subject arrested envisioned planting backpacks with improvised explosive devices to be detonated at multiple locations in Southern California.
U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley says 4 people are under arrest from the Turtle Island Liberation Front, a far-left anti-government group.
The individuals were arrested on Friday, December 12th, when the group attempted to construct and detonate IEDs out in the desert.
Audio courtesy KABC. I'm Julie Walker.
President Trump offers no apologies for directing the U.S. military to take out suspected drug-running boats in international waters in the Eastern Pacific and Caribbean.
These are a direct military threat to the United States of America. They're trying to drug out our country.
And 3 more suspected drug-running boats have been blown up in the Eastern Pacific. 8 alleged narco-terrorists killed in yesterday's strikes. The president says the amount of drugs entering the U.S. by sea is down sharply, off 94% since early September, and they're looking to choke off the remaining 6%. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is down 147 points, while the Nasdaq is trading 3 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Germany's chancellor is sounding optimistic about the prospects for a Ukraine peace deal.
Friedrich Merz isn't alone in offering relatively upbeat remarks. President Trump suggested he thought the chance of a deal was closer now than ever. There does appear to have been progress on potential security guarantees for Ukraine. Tonight, European leaders outlined plans for a legally binding commitment to help restore peace in Ukraine in the event of a future attack. A European-led multinational force could assist Ukraine in securing its seas and skies. The US would lead on monitoring any ceasefire. But the question of territorial concerns remains unresolved, an issue Ukraine's President Zelensky described as painful.
The BBC's Jessica Parker, a Kremlin spokesman, says Russia wants a comprehensive peace deal, says that Moscow is looking for something more than a temporary truce. News and analysis, townhall.com. Ford is moving away from its once ambitious electric vehicle plans.
The decision comes amid financial losses and waning consumer demand for the vehicles. Instead, it'll invest in more efficient gasoline engines and hybrid EVs. The Detroit automaker, which has poured billions of dollars into electrification along with most of its industry peers, said it will no longer make the F-150 Lightning electric pickup truck, instead opting for an extended range version of the vehicle. Keith Peters, Washington.
Hoping to win back a larger share of the Chinese market, automaker Volkswagen is pouring $3.5 billion into a research and development center in central China. Chinese market has changed dramatically recently, with electric vehicles now making up roughly half of new car sales. VW placing a greater emphasis on cars for Chinese drivers being designed in China. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3. Oh, that's right, bitch. No bad.
Tres inviernos.
Oh, mornings with Mike Winters. Didn't hit the button.
That's all right. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I miss a button sometimes.
Then I got the hiccups. Right there, it's like I'm fine, and then as soon as it's going air, it's like hiccups. So, sorry about that.
They always kick in the worst at the worst possible times.
That and a sneeze. Those are always come at the most inopportune time.
But sneezes are one of those weird things that's like they're conditional. Like you can jinx somebody's sneeze. That's something I've learned. If somebody's about to sneeze and they're making obvious sneeze face, and you go, "Bless you."
Killed it.
You just killed it. I have a friend who she gets visibly angry when you do that because she likes to sneeze.
Oh,
she's like, I wanted that sneeze.
All right.
I understand where she's coming from. It's a relief. It feels good. You get the itch or scratch the itch or whatever.
Well, now I didn't have this problem in my younger days, but now rarely do I sneeze once.
Are you a multiple sneezer?
Yeah, usually it goes like a 2 or 3
I
sneezer.
usually do 2, 3 is my max.
Yeah.
If I'm doing if I'm sneezing 5 or 6 times, I'm annoyed with myself.
Yeah, that's when we're matter of fact, my wife and I have the rule that after 5.
Oh, you get 5.
We went 5.
Wow.
But we usually go 4 in all realities, and then you're off the hook on blood shoes. Yeah.
I actually what I'll do is I'll get increasingly flippant with it.
Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. And then 4, I'm like, all right. I'll turn to this. Okay.
Well, now I'm almost like I sneeze and Kim I'm just like, hold on. But all right, now you can say. Let me get these other 2 out. We'll just cover 1 for the 3.
There you go. Right? Old.
Old.
Proceed.
There it is. So.
There you go.
But I've noticed, and for some reason this time of the year is worse than spring for me. I don't know, whatever is out in the fall I'm a little more allergic to than whatever's out in the spring.
The cottonwood is out is real bad right now.
Right now I do have some. I've been I was congested this morning. I'm a little snotty today. Yeah, it's.
But this is also one of those times of year, like especially like right as it's starting to get cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's when people break out the really good wood for their fireplaces. And like I'm talking about like
wood.
Well, like once you get into the dead of winter, you're just out for heat. But like at the first part of it, it's more artisan.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of like I've been like the other night when we went out looking at Christmas lights, I was picking up a lot of pinon. Like a lot of like local like pinon and cedar wood was on a lot of people's wood burning stoves.
Maybe that's what you should do.
Those are my personal favorite smells of the season.
I think I just found your YouTube TikTok niche.
Oh yeah,
like everyone's got their box opening. You walk around and smell various people's fireplace fires, and be like, I believe they're going oak tonight.
So it's oak, but with a maple finish. I think that they're combining woods.
Oh, do I tick apple?
Ooh, pellet stove. That way.
Just saying, maybe this might be your niche.
Well, see, the thing is, I only really know those two. Like pinon and cedar, I can pick those out because those are the two that I really like. It's weird.
I'm just saying, maybe there's a...
and again, I'm one of those people that also ties distinct scent memories as sense memories.
Yeah.
Like, one of the big ones for me is I remember, and it rarely happened, but when I was going to college out here at Eastern, and it was right when they had first built that wooden walkway in between the like the OC and the OTC building, and it's cedar wood. And I remember right after it would rain or when it was really, really humid, that cedar would breathe and you could just smell just the natural cedar. It was like a hope chest. It was like walking through a hope chest. It was nice.
That does sound kind of nice. Like I'm inside a hope chest. Yeah. I do enjoy a good cedar box. And you kind of, you go through someone's attic and they got, and forget mothballs. A cedar chest smells way better than mothballs. Just by experience.
Yeah. And it does virtually the same job.
Pretty much. Well, and back east, you have to worry about dehumidifying and stuff sometimes too. So not so much out here, but back there you got to have dehumidifiers. You have humidifiers here. Storage places you have dehumidifiers because it gets so humid. So.
Yeah, you see them like walking those giant like clear plastic tubs of dirty water out to the alley, just dump them out.
It's matter of fact, you see the commercials occasionally for damp rid here on. No one needs them around here because we live in New Mexico. But the commercial, the one of the more recent commercials was kind of funny because it's basically a mom and a dad and a kid, and they go walk into the house and the dad's like, man, damp. Damp. And the kid goes, damp. And the dad's like, watch your mouth. For damp rid.
That's awesome.
It's kind of funny.
I can't wait till their commercial for Sweeps Week. The dad walks in. God damn.
Right. That's crossing the line.
You're pushing it now.
You're crossing the line. But, we don't have that problem here. So
no, not usually. I imagine there's certain situations where, a damp rid would
like
would
a
come
flood
in
or
handy.
something.
Yeah.
We have those from time to time, apparently.
A couple of dehumidifiers might have come in handy.
Although I think if you're running around with a bunch of damp rid pads during the flood, you're losing that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I brought this knife to this gunfight.
Yeah, it's kind of, It's like, you have a gaping wound. Here's a Band-Aid. Sorry, it's only the little one.
Now, hold on. You say that, but I've also seen the commercial for Flex Seal.
Oh, yeah.
So you could say, here's this gaping wound, I'm giving you a Band-Aid. If that Band-Aid is Flex Seal, there's some hope.
It's true, but you need a lot of it.
I love Phil Swift is like my hero. I sawed this boat in half.
I'm not going to lie, I want to float around in a boat with like a screen door that's been not a screen door, but a glass door that's been flex sealed to the bottom of the boat, just to see, I just wanted, obviously I give you maybe a 30-minute trip before that thing starts sinking. I mean, in all honesty, he can float for a minute.
Right.
But,
I actually watched a guy, it was a John boat just like that. He took one of those and he He sawed it in half, and they flex sealed it together, and it worked, except for the guy was a little overweight. And so they took on water, not because of the flex seal, but because he exceeded the boat's weight capacity.
Fat
and
seal.
Just took it on the sides. There's only so much Phil Swift can save, all right?
All right. Well, I would like to see said large carriage person in the boat before it was sawed in half and see if it would have the same problem.
That's I mean, maybe true.
That flex seal may have been crying once he got in. That's all I'm saying.
They didn't notice it was weight rated for 250 pounds until after they had cut it in half.
I want to do the other one. Like the one, have you seen the Flex Seal deal where they literally they seal in the house with the hurricane or something, and they literally fill. There's one where they literally
I haven't seen that
have
one,
water. They have a house in the middle of the water, and they set Flex Seal it in the house holds water. Wow. Yeah, there's one with a house too. I can't remember.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen the Flex tape. I've seen the one where
there's one with a house too.
Slaps the tape on the side of the
use
pool
the Google machine and find the one on the house. There's one about a house too. So we got to get the show going.
Yeah, let's run it down.
Pastor Jim's here. At least someone that looks like him's walking around in here. Pastor Jim Ridgway is going to join us here talking about the real reason for the Seasons event. They're doing their third annual drive-through event where you can go and drive through and bring the whole family through and kind of see the birth of Jesus and kind of a drive-through scene event. Pretty cool deal. They do it with Easter as well too, but they'll join us here and give us the skinny on that. If we got some time later this hour, we're also going to try to work in the Chaves County Federated Republican Women's interview, talk about their meeting tomorrow for December. But first, let's take a look at your weather.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment, hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for a while. High pressure is in place over the southwestern states and covering our area. Mid-70s on the afternoon high today. We should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 30s and clear, and then about 70 for the high on Wednesday. Fairly light wind and plenty of sun. We're at around 70 again on Thursday and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 30 degrees. It says freezing fog, but I'm seeing mostly sun and clear right now. It says humidity's at 100% and winds are calm. But like I said, I think it's pretty much burnt, at least downtown, maybe some of the low-lying areas. We are going to warm up to the 70s today. Sunny and 73. Winds will be out of the northwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 31 degrees. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny and 70 for your Wednesday. Winds out of the south 5 to 10. Thursday, sunny, also a high near 70. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, we warm up to 76 under sunny skies. Saturday, we hit 80. Sunny and 80 is what they're saying now. And then sunny and 74 on Sunday. Sunny and 74 on Monday. So not very Christmas-like, but nice weather for everything else. So I can't complain, but at the same time, it is Christmas, and I feel like I need a little bit of cold for my Christmas to make it truly Christmas, right? All right, it is 9:17. We're going to take about a 3-minute break here, and then Pastor Jim Ridgway will join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Hi, this is Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. If you're missing teeth or struggling with dentures, I want you to know there's a better way. It's called 3-on-6 Dental Implant Solutions. It's the most natural smile replacement ever. With 3-on-6, you don't just smile again, you eat again. apples, steaks, whatever you love, and eat it with confidence. And here's the kicker. Carabelli Dental is the only office in New Mexico and West Texas offering this advanced dental treatment. My team and I are experts in implants and in sedation. So while you relax, we will transform your smile. Call Carabelli Dental today and take back your smile and your bite.
Call 575-622-4455.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today. Like the Kubota L-Series compact tractor, the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., C-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $4,500. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
Are you a closer who's tired of caps, limited leads, and begging for scraps? Pecos Valley Broadcasting, the dominant radio and live streaming force in Roswell, Artesia, and Carlsbad, is hiring one senior account executive in the Carlsbad-Artesia area who can handle current clients, sell ideas and promotions, and continue to build their list. You'll have the chance to promote ideas that actually move cars, sell furniture, and make people hungry, giving businesses the opportunity to be noticed with uncapped commissions. If you've got at least 2 to 3 years in outside sales or crushing radio, TV, or digital sales in southeastern New Mexico, send your resume now to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Apply today. Pecos Valley Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Not sure which is your dominant hand? Just wait. You'll nail it. Here's Mike Winters.
There's a groaner. Good morning. It's 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning, Pastor Jim and Laura back with us here. But, of course, most people, with the gig, know Pastor Jim with the gig. But this is, we're talking about your other annual event, the Reason for the Season event here. Kind of it's twice a year thing. You kind of look at it because you have your Easter drive-through event and obviously here we're in the Christmas season. So time for your Christmas drive-through event here. So for folks that may have never participated before, kind of give what the experience is. Yeah.
Well, if you come on out and join us, the address is 6439 West 2nd Street. And as soon as the sun goes down around 5:30 is when we start.
Yeah, the good news is it's winter and it's dark at like 5 o'clock.
Right. And so we start at 5:30. And so basically you get to sit inside the lovely comfort of your own vehicle. Mm-hmm. You don't have to get out in the cold, which of course most years is a blessing.
I would say this
year's not quite so bad.
Like
it's lovely, but
you might even have the window cracked this
year.
You
don't have to walk. You get to drive, and I give you a soundtrack.
Yeah.
And we now are up to 18 stops.
Wow.
We started with 9. Now we're up to... I've literally doubled. It's twice, yes.
In year 3 of this event.
I have been literally working my fingers to the bone.
Okay. So
to expand.
So if you've gone in years past,
it's different. So yes, if you've gone in years past, especially the first year, it is literally twice what you saw it before.
Very good.
So it's a blessing. And so you drive through and you get to see the entire story of the gospel.
Yeah, it's the birth of Jesus, basically.
It's the whole thing. It's the birth, the death, and the resurrection.
Oh, so it's the entire...
It's the entire gospel.
So it's not just the Christmas, but it's covering really
it covers
the reason...
The whole reason for the season.
From the day of the 3 men to the rise, to his risen.
Yes, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool.
And
it goes. That's why you needed more stops because there's quite a few things
quite
in between there.
Quite a few things to add to the story, and then you get to go to the end and have fellowship and prayer. And so, once if the Spirit moves you, you can pray for people, and we definitely need prayer warriors out there.
Absolutely.
So especially if you've been through before and you know how much it touched you. Come out and be a prayer warrior for all those people that are out there who are hungry for prayer, because it would be 19 stops because I built a prayer building. So,
So
yes.
So is that what you do in the off season? building
literally
building for the obviously you have the Easter drive-through event.
I put together the math, and I want to say it was well over 3,000 man hours have been put in out there. Well, man hours out there.
But do you have folks helping you? You're doing this all pretty much by yourself.
Sometimes
you have a friend or two hold up a board or something, but most of the time it's you kind of doing your thing.
Yeah. Ow.
Awesome.
Sorry, that's my leg telling me.
I'm about to say,
I am very tired. but as the scripture says, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. But my spirit is soaring right now because we had a really great night last night.
Well, and that's the thing
that
too.
Was opening
it's
night,
growing, and you're getting more and more families that are driving through and experiencing it. So after you get 3 years under your belt, you tend to start to get good at it.
What brings me so much joy is that now families have been coming through year after year, and it's a family tradition. Yeah, and they're like, oh, we just love this, and we just look forward to it every year, and it's such a blessing.
Well, and I also think it's a beautiful way to kind of encompass all of Christmas, and what I mean by that is, sure, it's fun to go drive with the family and see the Christmas lights and all that. That's really cool, and that's a special moment. This kind of includes the best of both worlds, where yes, you get to drive out as a family, and yes, the displays are going to be lit up and really impressive to see. But at the end of the day, there's a story. You're learning the real reason why we celebrate Christmas, why we celebrate, why we're Christians, why Christians are Christians. This is it. Everything else is filler. This is it right here. This is the reason why why we are children of God, why Jesus made the sacrifice, and why we are all got a free ticket to heaven as long as we believe because of Jesus Christ. And so but this story also, and why we celebrate, why it's such a big deal. Santa's fun, and Christmas lights are fun, and all that's fun, but this is the reason. And so I think I love this event because it combines both that. It gets the kids excited to say, oh, we're going to see like the Christmas lights and things, but they're getting a little education with this.
And that's what I lean on throughout the year when I'm like, what am I doing? I'm so tired. But I'm like, no, you know what? I got taught the very first year because you never... it's an underestimation, I suppose, of you take an expectation and you think, oh, obviously, I'm sure that child knows the story because their parents are Christian. And I had children, no, I never heard the story before. That was so good. And I'm like, okay,
it's time.
This is why we do it, because sometimes things get overlooked because
absolutely
you don't realize.
You just assume.
Yeah, you just assume somewhere they got taught, somehow.
And I would even offer that even if you're a Christian your whole life and go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very easy to get into going through the motions mindset, where it's like, I go to church on Sunday because we go to church on Sunday, and you kind of autopilot through these things.
Yeah.
And this is that reminder. And you go through and it's like, oh yeah. I mean, it, you see the story, you know how it ends.
Right.
But at the same time, just to get the visual, to get the reminder, it's like, oh yeah, this is what it's really all about. Not, we have all of our bean suppers or whatever, you know what I mean? We have these events, we have our things, and those are great for fellowship. At the end of the day, this is why we're in the room. This is why we're here, and this is what we're doing. And sometimes even folks that have, from the day they're put on this earth, have been under God, as God's child, need a reminder, need a correction,
lit on
path
fire,
correction a little bit on something.
Yeah, woken up and lit on fire, and that's what it does.
And especially in the world we live in, where it's easy to get mad at everybody over political things or just life things in general. And times like that are the moments we need to remind ourselves we're Christians. This is how we handle these things. Things that make you upset. We don't do it this way. Why? Because that's not how Christians do it. And we got to be reminded of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And events like this cement those to me.
And it's that wonderful book that never gets old.
Yep, exactly.
Just like that movie you want to watch 100 times. It's that. It's the story that you just can't get enough of it. You could go through 20 times. And I mean, we have living proof right here. Somebody who went through 3 times, and the third time he was crying. Yeah. Because the third time something hit him that didn't hit him the first 2 times, and he's like, "Okay, yeah."
Not to make light of this, but it's kind of me like Naked Gun movies. You never watch a Naked Gun movie? You remember those in the back of the day? Like you watch, and there's like so many things going on. You
I missed that.
This is kind of the same deal. I missed that the first time.
So many times. Well, and that's the thing. I built it. I made it. I recorded it. And I have to go through and test it.
Sure.
So when I went through and tested it, the new stations made me cry.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, I knew it was coming.
It's hitting you, and
I
you knew it was coming.
Yeah. And so, I even recorded it. And then I went through, I'm just like, you just sit in front of it and you hear it and you're just bawling because that's what the word does.
Yeah.
And the thing is I talked to my husband last night because we were just recapping the night. And I'm like, oh, now I get it. He says, what? I said, I don't understand why the longer the night goes, the more powerful it gets. And I realized it's because all night long, the scripture is being read out loud.
Yeah.
All night long. So every car that goes through
gets the message.
That scripture is being played out loud.
Turning into an earworm, like you kind of get stuck in your head. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
I mean, a good way. You know what I mean? That reminding message.
There's power in the word. Mm-hmm. It is our sword. And when it gets read out loud, the heavens move. And so every car that comes through, whether you've seen it before or not, you're playing that soundtrack and it's the word of God.
Sure.
And it's being played out loud. So we're moving heaven just by listening and going through the soundtrack.
Yeah. So all I can say is experience it for yourself.
Just come and see.
Good news is you've got quite a few opportunities between now and
all the way
this
to
weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, this weekend.
I recommend coming early because a lot of people come on Friday and Saturday because it's the only time they can. So
That's
if
their
you
busy
can,
time.
come early, come early.
So Wednesday, Thursday, you might have a little less wait time on some of that. But you kind of get
I try to get everybody through. I mean, we go pretty quick. I can get someone through about every 4 minutes.
Okay, very good.
4 or 5 minutes.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Pretty much, yes. And so if you've been through before and you already know the instructions, it takes about 3 minutes. But if I have to give you instructions, it takes about 5.
Well, we want that. We want to see our return visitors, but we'd like to see a bunch of new people.
Yeah, I want to see new people.
Come experience it for the first time.
But my big caveat would be stop at the welcome station because a lot of people are just coming and
kind of roll through.
Want to roll through. I'm like, no, you need a soundtrack. It comes with a soundtrack.
Otherwise,
it's
you
important.
miss half the
it's
message.
important.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's important.
It's kind of like watching the TV without the sound on.
Exactly. So stop at the welcome station and get your soundtrack.
Now it'll be again tonight through Saturday. Through Saturday, December 20th.
Yeah.
5:30 to 9:30 each night. They're going to be running.
We don't
folks
open
through.
before 5:30 because everything has to be set up. The lights have to be turned on. We have to double check everything.
We're going to make sure our party dress is fully on.
So if you come before
5:30,
be prepared to wait until 5:30. So we try to be punctual.
But if you want to be first and wait a bit,
go ahead. That's fine. Absolutely.
Put this in your GPS if you're not familiar. 6439 West 2nd. It's a Deer Creek neighborhood there, and just 6 miles north of the highway there. So if that sounds confusing, you just
pass release route. Yeah. Pretend you're going to Ruidoso, but don't go.
Yes.
Just stop before you leave.
And if you do go to Ruidoso, you might as well get something
on your way back. Come
back.
before 9, and then you can go through. But you should be able to see it. And because of all the requests of it's really dark out there, I put a lot of light on the street. So as soon as you see the light start slowing down, but you turn between the angels. There's angels on the freeway, so you literally turn.
That'll be your sign.
Turn between the angels. Here's your sign. Turn between the angels. Come on in.
Very good.
Straight on to the welcome station, and
if I remember correctly, donations are accepted,
and they are accepted and not needed. But it's free.
Money
this is a free event.
Yeah, this is a free
I want
event.
it open to everyone.
If you'd like to leave an offering, then if you're so moved, then that would be amazing. But by all means, that is not. If you don't have 2 nickels to rub together, don't let that. Oh well, I can't make an offering.
Exactly.
Don't come anyway. This is. We want you to experience it, and if you're able, great. That would be amazing. It sure helps make it easier for next. So you can add a couple more exhibits for next year.
Yes, people have been kind, but my husband and I have funded this whole thing ourselves, and so
if you'd like to help
pay off the land, because that's the goal, is to get the land paid off so that this can be forever.
So it can be kind of nothing, no hurdles can stop it other than
basically
desire,
basically.
Yes,
absolutely.
But come experience it again. Like I said, tonight through the 20th here through Saturday. 5:30 is when the first thing will get going here, and then it goes to about 9:30.
Yeah.
Come experience it. Like you said, there's if someone's in a time constraint, ideally, what's a good amount of time to allow themselves a full experience?
Give yourself an hour.
An hour. So an hour
it takes an hour to get through. Yeah. So because once you commit, you're committed. You can't. So it does take an hour to get through.
So if you got parties later, make sure you plan accordingly. Like, hey, if I'm going to do this at 6, I'm going to be here till at least 7.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Very good. So that way you can, and bring the family. And,
yes, and bring friends and bring people that need to hear the gospel. And I mean,
and then stick around afterwards and for fellowship and
absolutely,
and obviously if you're looking for some more guidance, there'll be people there to talk with you. And the holidays are obviously the most wonderful time of the year, but for many it is the darkest time of the year, and we want you to come experience this too.
Absolutely.
If your holidays, if your Christmas is
if you
feeling
need
kind
joy
of bleak
and
right
fellowship,
now,
yes, please come. And if you're a prayer warrior, we absolutely need you out there.
especially if this is a first Christmas without a loved one or something like that, it's hitting a little hard.
Yeah, come and be a
events
part of
like
it.
this are the perfect thing to help you remind you why we're celebrating right now.
Absolutely.
Good deal. Did we get everything? Is anything we missed, Pastor Jim?
Sorry, hi. He's not used to this. He's
Well,
usually the one talking.
Let's start with, pastors protect their flocks.
Absolutely.
Okay. And we have a lot of pastors who have come through just to make sure that it's biblically based and everything. And
Coming to see if it's up to snuff.
And you know what I mean?
You got the seal
like
of approval.
And so, and that's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do too. Absolutely.
And people come through and stuff like that. And there's always like one thing. Okay, Jesus in the manger. Oh, that touched my heart so much. I had communion with Jesus at the Lord's Supper station.
I provide communion.
There's just different things because I'm at the end. At the prayer station, we got hot dogs and hot chocolate and stuff like that.
Sure.
And I sit there and get to pray with some people and everything. You know what I mean? And they're all touched and moved. We had a young lady accept Christ last night at the very end,
That's what I did it all for.
she just
good.
It just
so
touched
great.
her. She came by herself because she's just having issues. And praise God, we got to pray with her and stuff, and
obviously we want bigger than this, but the cool thing is because that one thing happened last night, 3 years of this was worth it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because one
all
person
together.
has found their way on the
in a
path.
nutshell.
Absolutely.
That's the win right now. Thank goodness you've probably had quite a bit more success than that, but just that one last night alone is enough to say victory.
We love hearing from the 99.
Yeah.
Okay, you love Jesus, you love Jesus. Yeah, but we're looking for that one. That's the one we're looking for. You know what I mean?
And I won't throw him under the bus, but I was bawling because I don't get to hear any of this.
Sure.
I'm at the welcome station. He's at fellowship. So unless he tells me, I don't know any of the reviews. And so, thankfully at the end of the night, he goes, I could just want to tell you.
Awesome.
I just want to tell you. And I'm just sat there bawling.
Stick a GoPro or something on him. That one following around and just I'll watch the video out later.
And then with our deal here with the nativity scene on the courthouse lawn that's become the big fight with the ACLU.
Yeah,
and
it's been turned into a kerfuffle.
I would ask Christians, don't attack County Hall. They can't do anything.
Come see one.
They can't do anything. You know what I mean? Okay, it just is one person. Okay, just spoils it for a lot of people and stuff like that. But guess what? Okay, if you're into nativity scenes, what a great opportunity to come and drive through a nativity scene instead of just looking at it.
Absolutely, experience it
here.
This is more of a multi-dimensional experience of that nativity.
Come on out there and have a come to Jesus moment.
Well, and I would offer this too, and I get what we were talking about this thing here, and I can appreciate the passion that people have to want to preserve this, but I also want to say, as a Christian, there's bigger fish to fry right now.
Yes.
And let's focus on that. Let's not get distracted by the semantical to miss the big message.
Yeah.
And it's real easy to do that in a world where we get mad and get uptight, and then we lose our
focus.
The Christian, what a Christian is supposed to do.
And as Christians, we're supposed to remember, that if we lose 1 second of the peace and love and joy that God gave us for any reason, Satan's winning.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can't lose your peace, love, and joy over something like that. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. You can't control it, but you can pray about it. You know what I mean? It says, "Come to the Lord in prayer and supplication about all things."
Yeah.
So that's what we need to do.
Use your strength to tap into God's strength to help you through that.
So. But keep us in prayer out there and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Because, like
and come join us. Come see it for the first time. If you've never,
it's a blast. You know what I mean? And I've 3 years, and however many people, and I haven't had anybody say that was a waste of time.
Never one.
I don't think you're ever gonna.
Not happening.
And it's gonna. And at the most, you get someone outjoyous about it. Is some other. You get the quiet ones that go home that night and you know what I mean, absorb it and think, everyone processes things differently. But I'm sure when you're done,
we'll know in eternity.
When you're done an hour later, you're
gonna
leave with something to think about.
It's kind of like going to church, or whatever. Like that. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing, but you may gain.
Well, that's just it. You don't, and I'm telling you, the best medicine for funk sometimes is to hang around others and be with others and to get. I don't know how many times I don't feel like doing this. Even going to work sometimes. Like then you get there and you're like, okay, I'm talking to people, and this is times 100 doing that. So that's what this is. So. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for
thanks for having us.
The sacrifices you and your family make to do this, and folks, if you can make the love offering, that would be amazing. Like you said, this is something you do, a labor of love, and to be honest, need money to keep the labor of love going. But don't let that be a hurdle. If you can't afford it, don't. Just come ready, come for the message, and come in, and hang out for cocoa and hot dogs afterwards, and everything else, and come experience that with us, and hopefully this is first of many visits each year. Then you'll be back at Easter to experience, and then back at Christmas again here.
And just remember, come ready to receive.
Yes,
exactly. Come ready to just experience it. Come with an open mind, or come ready to embrace and I would even imagine. There's probably, like you said, you're getting the seal approval from pastors all over town, so hopefully they're encouraging their flocks to visit as well. But I would imagine even the most seasoned Christian there would be like, I didn't realize that part of the story, or I didn't, there's going to be factoids.
We've had a lot of that,
you're like, I didn't realize that was also, that I missed that part
how commercialized everything has been.
It's like one of those
people are like, wait a second, what? And they're like, no, it says it right there. And like, okay, well, because they've depicted it like this, we thought it was this. No, the Bible actually says this. And like, a lot of people have learned new things.
Yep. So experience it for yourself. Again, tonight through Saturday, 6439 West 2nd Street here in Roswell. You can plug that into your GPSs, and you see the angels, turn with the angels. Follow the angels.
Follow the star.
And like I said, allow a good hour to experience it with your family. It doesn't cost a dime.
Nope.
There will be an offering at the end, and please visit the prayer station for cocoa and hot dogs and fellowship. So
absolutely.
And come, and hopefully everyone has a lovely and Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And same for you guys.
God bless you guys.
Thank you, and we'll see you here soon. And anything else we can do to help, please don't hesitate to reach out.
So. Mike, we always appreciate you. You know what I mean? You're just
anytime. Have a blessed Christmas, and stay appropriately temperature, whether it's cold or hot this week, because it is New Mexico, and it's gonna. 1 minute you're going to be in t-shirt, the next minute you're going to be in a parka. So.
I prayed it's allowed to snow on the 22nd, so we're good. Not until then.
A white Christmas, nothing but.
Exactly. That's
70s until Thursday. Then we got a white Christmas.
We'll just go with that.
Prepare yourself. It's going to drastically drop because I've been storming heaven for this weather.
There you go. We got to pay a piper. Thank you guys, and God bless.
God bless you.
Appreciate you, Mike.
It is 9:41. Let's pause for news, and we'll get our interview with the Federated Republican Women talking about their Christmas event tomorrow. That's up next. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. Police are looking for a man charged with shooting at a house from a vehicle, while 2 other suspects with the same charges are already in custody at the Chavez County Detention Center. That according to a Roswell Police Department news release. Angelo Trujillo, 18, was arrested. Elisha Gonzalez turned himself in on Sunday, December 14th, to an employee of the Chavez County Sheriff's Department. A warrant is out for the arrest of Humberto Velarde. Police are investigating a double homicide in Clovis that happened on Monday morning. Police arrived and 19-year-old Darren Munoz said his parents were also home. 2 people were found by officers in bed. Dina Munoz, 71, and 58-year-old Oscar Munoz. Police said both had apparent head injuries. 18-year-old Julio Zamora and Munoz were identified as suspects. Munoz is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and criminal solicitation. Zamora faces related murder and conspiracy charges. Now you're up to date. I'm Sandy Connor.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for a while. High pressure is in place over the southwestern states and covering our area. Mid-70s on the afternoon high today. We should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 30s and clear, and then about 70 for the high on Wednesday. Fairly light wind and plenty of sun. We're at around 70 again on Thursday and sunny. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Ford is pivoting away from its once ambitious electric vehicle plans.
The decision comes amid financial losses and waning consumer demand for the vehicles. Instead, it'll invest in more efficient gasoline engines and hybrid EVs. The Detroit automaker, which has poured billions of dollars into electrification along with most of its industry peers, said it will no longer make the F-150 Lightning electric pickup truck, instead opting for an extended range version of the vehicle. Keith Peters, Washington.
The company behind the Roomba vacuum, iRobot, is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, sending its stock down sharply. While America's employers added 64,000 jobs last month, the government says 105,000 jobs were lost in October. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And welcome to Chaves County Federated Republican Women. Charlotte Gurley back with us. Good morning, Charlotte.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing? I'm sorry I missed last month. I was under the weather, but from everything I heard, you guys do what you do and had a great event.
It was a great event. We did miss you, but I understand, things happen.
Life happens when you get older.
Life happens. Right. It was definitely a nice event. We had a really good turnout.
Awesome.
We had to bring out more tables and chairs.
That's an amazing problem to have.
Yes, it is. Food was great. The presentations were wonderful.
Very
and
good.
Mike Espiritu did just,
Mike's a great guy, and of course, veteran and community leader. So definitely a great person to talk to. So definitely, I would recommend if you don't get a chance to meet Mike, get it. There's a lot of opportunity. Of course, the air races, everything else. But if you never met him, go meet him. He's a good guy. So.
He's really awesome.
Absolutely,
really did an amazing job. So.
Well, kind of turning to this month's Federated Republican Women meeting, kind of also being it is December and the Christmas month, this is another one of your more of a festive type meetings.
Right.
And I mean, it's a functional meeting, but it's a more festive meeting as well.
It's our Christmas celebration.
Yeah.
So, we had that scheduled for the 17th. I want to make sure I get my dates
yes.
right. Wednesday, December 17th.
Yeah.
And this is just, for a Christmas celebration.
Yeah.
We have Sean Lee from Grace Community Church coming out with a special Christmas message and then singing for us.
Very good. Oh, that's right. He's multifaceted,
yes,
multi-talented.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. We're going to have a great meal scheduled.
Good deal.
Maybe a few other surprises. So
yeah, it's a Christmas one, and we'd love to, come now. They ask you RSVP.
Yes.
That way they can have enough food for everybody here.
Exactly.
And of course, several different ways. Of course, if you know any Chaves County Federated Republican women, you hit them up. They'll be happy to reserve a spot for you. You can always go to the Facebook page, leave a message or there and go. Also, there's an email address that you
RSVPCCFRW@gmail.com.
Very
yes,
good.
You can.
And any of those will get you there and get to that. And of course, and with this one, you kind of want, because normally we could say you can come and not enjoy the food, but this is kind of a Christmas party, so it's kind of, there's not really like a formal, I mean, we have Sean Lee who's going to sing and speak, but we're not having necessarily candidates speak or other community leaders talking about agenda or issues or anything.
It's more
like
of a
that.
festive occasion, with some, just a great meal and celebrating with all of the other members.
Yeah. So it's really so come and eat.
Right, the meal's going to be great.
Yes, I'm sure.
We have chopped steak,
with
gravy, baked potato and veggie,
nice
salad and dessert for
Very
$17.
good. Very good. Yeah. Where else are you going to get a steak dinner for $17?
Right.
You can't get a value like a fast food value meal for about that nowadays. So.
Yeah, so this is our Christmas celebration to finish out the year. I do have several openings coming up on the board, and
always looking for new members too.
Oh, absolutely. I was looking. I was fortunate to have some of the board members stay on an additional year.
Okay.
When I took office, and
so this will be year 2 officially for you, right? Going into
January,
going into year 2.
Year
right.
2. So we have a few board openings, which I'd like to encourage people to step up, come out and have some fun. It doesn't take a lot.
Absolutely.
Maybe, it's maybe an event once a year or.
Well, next year we'll get a little busy because it'll be election year. So,
Right.
so you're going to have a few more events on tap and a few more things going on. But this is the time to get involved, especially if you have a passion for your community and things. And in the Chaves County Federated Republic of Women, they kind of attack it from two prongs. And what I mean by that is if you want to get involved with candidates and that side of things, there's many opportunities but there's a whole service side in terms of just helping nonprofits and things locally here in our own community,
of course,
Assurance
yeah.
Home. And so if that's your passion, there's a niche for you with the Federated Republican Women. So if you want to get involved politically or if you want to just be in the service, helping youth and things like that, either way, there's a role for you with the Federated Republic.
Right. It is going to be a busy year, with elections and campaigns and stuff. But we do have the committees, and those are the folks that I'm hoping that I can, recruit to come out
Sure.
and join us
Step
and
up.
have some fun. Yeah, step up. We have several committees that, have events or have projects once a year. So, that would really be fun. And, we're a great group of,
So it's a social
members.
group too. Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
it
yes,
is.
you're busy. I mean,
We're
you do a lot
busy.
of great work, but at the same time, if you're looking to meet new people and kind of broaden your friendship circle a little bit, this is a great chance because I imagine when a lot of the women, when they're not doing business related stuff, they are hanging out and having dinner together or going to a show together or something together. That's very common.
We get together and, there's always something going on. I mean, even if it's, grabbing lunch or, a cup of tea, cup of coffee. Yeah.
Absolutely. And fellas, though you cannot be, a main member of the Federated Republic of Women, you can serve in a kind of an auxiliary type role, associate type role, and but very much needed, very much a part of the organization as well too. So so generally, if your spouse is a Federated Republican woman, then more than likely you can be involved as well too, serving as an associate. Here, so.
We have some very informative speakers come in throughout the year, so we encourage
Absolutely.
bring your spouse and have them join as
Absolutely.
an associate.
And if you're not quite ready to dip a toe in the being a part of it yet, then I at least start coming to the monthly meetings on a regular basis. Come there. Here, I mean, this one will be more of a party celebrate thing, which is come and meet some people and shake some hands. But beginning in January, it'll be back to the grindstone with imagine a lot of legislative stuff probably on tap for the January meeting because that'll be right around that time of year.
Exactly.
And so, and then we'll hit the ground running there. So
Very true. So this one's just celebration and Christmas themed and
yeah.
So come out and join us.
It's a steak dinner or lunch in this case, and of course the Elks do an amazing job with the food and everything there. They've been a gracious host for the last year or so here, plus since the flood, since you lost your normal home.
They've been amazing.
Yeah.
The food is great. The venue is large enough to accommodate our group, and we hope that continues to grow.
Absolutely. And this is well, and this is what I always argue. If you want to see change in your community, if you're waiting on the government or if you're waiting on other people to do that, you're going to be waiting a while. You need to roll up your sleeves and get involved. And so pick your passions, pick the things that you feel passionate about, and get involved with them. And if it's certainly here with the state of affairs as far as our leadership in New Mexico, Chaves County Federated Republic Women's a great way to get to take a bite into that and help out with that. And I always tell people, this state has been so one-sided liberal since its existence that's really where the real problem lies, and it would equally be a problem if it was one-sided conservative for that long. You've got to have a semblance of balance. That's where good. So forget leaning conservative. We want to get to the state to the middle. Then we can talk leaning conservative. Right. Let's get to the middle where we have people, and it really starts at this level. Getting, you see our legislature. You see the numbers there. If you want to turn the tides, you got to get more involved. Obviously, the representatives from this part of the state, most of them do lean conservative, but that's not the case in 90% of the state and 90% of what's going on in Santa Fe. So you got to start making headway one at a time.
Absolutely.
And this is
Senator Candy Giselle is one of our board members.
Yes.
So, she's there, and she does just a wonderful job. We went out and delivered dictionaries last month to the rural, to the valley.
That's kind of another one of the
Yeah.
traditions of the with the dictionaries and everything. That's something you guys do
She
quite
just
often.
did, just a wonderful job. We went out to Lake Arthur, Dexter, Hegerman schools, and we distributed dictionaries to the third graders there.
Yeah.
But she does just an incredible job of, teaching the kids how to use the dictionary.
Sure.
And, makes it fun for them. So, we were there on hand, and that was my first time that I had gone with them when they distributed. She just, does an amazing job with the kids and with the community.
Absolutely.
She's wonderful.
And the sad part is we're living in a world where things is what we would look at as how to use a dictionary is not a automatically knowledge set anymore.
I know,
with the
not.
phone and technology doing everything for us. Things like what's a thesaurus? What's a dictionary?
Right.
How do you use one of these?
Don't pick up that phone. There's a book right in front of you. Yeah. So the kids, really enjoyed, learning how to use a dictionary.
Yeah. Well, it's important to have these skill sets because,
it is.
that's part. I always believe, even with say musicians, nowadays you can literally get on a computer and become a musician, but if you don't understand music and how it works and the notes, you're not going to be a very good one.
Right. Right. So that was really a fun event for me.
Sure.
The first time I had gone with them, and it was Joan and Candy and a few other members, and we went out there. It was just wonderful. Event.
So if you want to get more involved in that way and see that, then that's get there too, of course. And then, of course, the great part is obviously up until primary season, the Chaves County Federated Republican Women play neutral on all the races until once the Republican candidates have been decided. That's when they go full bore backing into the candidates so forth. And, of course, that's where you can get more involved, too. But that being said, while you're a member of the Federated Republican Women, if one of these candidates, resonate with you and talk to you, and it's an opportunity for you to get more involved and reach out and say, hey, I want to support this person's campaign. And so being a member of the organization kind of gives you an in on some of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of the candidates come out and speak to the members. So
Absolutely.
If you want to know more about a candidate, come out and join us.
Absolutely. And that's what the meetings are about. Every month when you come to the meetings, because you not only get to hear them speak formally, but a lot of times they're, mingling before or afterwards, and you can go right up and talk to them, shake their hand, and ask them, how do you feel about this particular issue? And they'll tell you.
We have the candidates, but, we also have the elected officials. They join the luncheon, and so they're available if you want to talk to one of them.
And they're a
they
great
take the time.
resource for kind of learning how the sausage is made. And what I mean by that is a lot of times, like when you get like a city manager or county manager, someone of that level, they know the ins and outs of the how the city's run, how the county is run, how various forms of government's run, and so a lot of times they can come and just as much of an information. It's just. You want to know why it's confusing here? It's because this is the process for that transparency, for the ability to keep corruption out. We have to do it this way. And so sometimes just coming and listening to them tell you how the day-to-day is run is very informative and interesting as well too. So even not during election cycles, when you have like these elected or appointed officials coming in, they're really just explaining to you, especially at a local level, just how it works around.
Providing an update for the community.
And that's such a very, very valuable tool to have. And if you know how the system works, that's how you can work it to your advantage to make the changes you want to make. Yeah. And so.
Yeah, so we'll have candidates coming out. We'll have the legislators giving us a recap of, the session after January. So, and city county manager come up and give us an update of what's going on in the community. So a lot of information. We try and make them our luncheons as informative as possible. That's one of our objectives.
It's a packed hour every.
Right.
And the good news is, it's 11:30 is when everything kind of gets going, but you'll be out the door about 1 o'clock there.
1 o'clock.
So you can get back to your afternoon, or you can lie to the boss and tell them went long. I don't care, but if they check on you, you might get outed.
So come out and join us for Christmas. Again, that's at the Elks Lodge, 1720 North Montana.
Yes.
And
that'll be the 17th of December.
On Wednesday. December 17th.
The Wednesday before Christmas, not the one right before Christmas, but the week before Christmas.
Right. Yeah. So. We'll have a great meal. We start serving at 11:30 when you come in, so you can grab your plate. The buffet line's usually open, and then we'll just get started, right at noon.
That's right.
We'll
And like
be
I
out
said,
of there by 1 o'clock.
should be music and of course mingling and a few things we're not going to let the cat out of the bag quite yet on, but you'll learn here on Wednesday.
Exactly. Come out and join us. RSVP. I can provide my number 575-626-6667.
There you go. And give out that email address to RSVP as well too.
It is, and make sure I get it right. RSVPCCFRW@gmail.com. Or, again, you can, respond to the Facebook. Let us know you're going to be
Leave a
there.
message there.
Yeah,
Or if you know a Federated Republican woman, leave a message. Say, hey, me plus one coming next Wednesday, and they'll get that information to the powers that need it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, very good. Well, thank you very much, Charlotte. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and we look forward to big and bright things in 2026, and hopefully a busy but successful year.
Absolutely. I've got 1 year under my belt, so I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah, you'll be a veteran now. You'll be kind of just doing it blind. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
And have an amazing Christmas and New Year's, and we'll see you in 2026.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. 26.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we are closing in on 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for us for today's show. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. We'll be back bright and early 7 a.m. tomorrow. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.